welcome in. Yeah, I feel like recently I've just been feeling old. Because I was watching a video just now that was like, oh, because it's the 10th anniversary of Five Nights. Actually, I don't even think I was like watching Five Nights at Freddy's in 2014. Like, I definitely was not watching Five Nights at Freddy's in 2014. Because I don't think I got into. I don't think. Actually, no, maybe I was because I was watching. If you guys, this is like kind of like OG YouTube. I know they're still around, but like, um, a lot of like there was a lot of like British YouTubers back in the day. I would watch Dan and Phil a lot, and then I only got into like gaming YouTube because like they started a gaming channel together, and I think they played FNAF at the time. I don't know if they played the first one though. I think maybe I saw FNAF 4 first, which probably was like 6 months after FNAF 1 came out because he's very fast. And welcome in Yokomoto. You love being first. You were definitely here first. And I didn't see anyone, so good job. But yeah, how's everyone doing today? It is a bit warm here. It we had like a nice few days. Okay, it wasn't that nice because it was like really rainy and like gross. It was like one of those like it was like really like drizzly and like wet, misty outside. That kind of weather for like 3 days, and it was like I would say like 15-ish degrees. So it was quite cold, but then it started getting humid because it was like so wet out, right? So it was like so it would be like it would look cold outside, but then you would like walk outside and it'd be kind of sweaty, like that's actually like the worst weather. Um it actually wasn't ideal, but it was cooler, like especially in the house, it was a lot cooler. Um but but like what am I trying to say? But like now it's like full on like 30 degrees sunny kind of weather. 86 degrees for Americans. That's the only conversion I know. I know 30 degrees is 86, and I know like you have a fever when you hit 100 degrees Fahrenheit or something like that. Um, but other than that, I don't know. World of Warcraft is 20 years old, and Team Fortress 2 is 17. World of Warcraft is 20 years old. You've been playing for 20 years. That's crazy. No, I'm kidding. When did you start playing World of Warcraft? I would say, yeah, because I mean I've told this story many times, but like yeah, I watched NFL. They started a gaming channel. They started playing Undertale, and I was really enjoying it. I was watching Undertale, but they were on tour. So then they actually took like a year and a half or like 2 years, or like it was somewhere between like 1 and 2 years to like finish the game. So I was like, I'm not gonna like wait for them to finish the game because like it was like months between each part, right? Um, so then I played it myself. I made a Steam account. I played it myself. And then I wanted to see the genocide route. So then I started watching Jacksepticeye. And then I for a while I was just playing a lot of games that Jacksepticeye played. Like a lot of indie games. There's a lot of really good indie games at that time, like late 2010s. There were so many good indie games. Like there was um like Papers, Please, really good. Limbo, really good. Um, there's so many. There's so many. I played a ton of them. And we started playing in 2010. You had friends playing the game when it came out, but I wasn't a D-Gen gamer at that point. Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, that came later on. The character from Star Trek is Yoko. Oh, okay, okay, not Yoko. I think Yokomoto is called Yokomoto because he just really likes eggs. He's always eating eggs, so maybe that's why. I actually have egg socks right now. It's very nice. Jacksepticeye, the gateway gamer. He really was. He really was. Um, I yeah, I played a lot of indie games through him, and then He started playing like a lot of PlayStation games. So in like 2017, I think I got maybe 2016. I got a PlayStation 4, and then I played a bunch of games. Um, but then like I was playing very casually. Um, I was playing very casually, and then um I would play a game. I would play like a few hours a week kind of thing. But then 2020 March 2020, the Animal Crossing Switch comes out. I was on the fence about buying a Switch for a while, um, because my ex, my boyfriend at the time had a Switch, and we were like playing like like Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, that kind of thing. Um, but then I was like, I kind of want my own, right? Because I was like on the fence about it. But then when Animal Crossing came out and like the Animal Crossing Switch came out, I was like, that is pretty cute. So then I got a Switch and then I degened. And then I stole Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey. I borrowed it before we broke up. Never gave it back. But you never asked for it back, okay? Also today there's a Yoko Ono exhibit at the Nobel Peace Museum. Nice. Nice. That's pretty good. Cute socks. Not gonna have to see them, but I imagine they're cute. Thank you. I was gonna show them, but then I was like, you don't know who's here, you know. I know you probably didn't go to the museum. That doesn't sound like you'd like be a huge Yoko Ono fan. Welcome in, Chikano. How are you? And welcome in, Angel. Meet you in the morning. Have you watched Community? That's what I hear. You googled Yoko character to release. There's an anime character called Yoko. That's strange. Are you sure it's not Yoko? Is it Yoko? Babe, you're never gonna beat the allegation. Thief? I mean, I borrowed it. I got permission. I didn't steal it under their nose, you know. I borrowed it, and then we happened to never speak to each other again. It happens, you know? And I just didn't get the chance to give it back. Free $80 game. 2 free $90 games. But it's actually not true because I paid for one. It's funny because at the time, I really wanted to play Mario Odyssey. I did not care about Breath of the Wild. Like, I was like, I don't want Breath of the Wild. But I ended up buying Breath of the Wild. Because, he bought Mario Odyssey, so then I bought Breath of the Wild. But then when I got the games, Breath of the Wild, I liked a lot more. I ended up really, obviously, playing a lot of it. Try and have it in the morning. Exactly. It's straight up Yoko from Sword Art Online. That's a pretty bad one, honestly. Not like a bad one, but that's pretty weeby, you know. I swear after I'm Star Trek character, I don't think that makes it any better though. No, I think it does. It's not weeby, you know. Star Trek isn't weeby, it's just nerdy. Or geeky or whatever you want to call it. Sword Art Online is extra weeby, but the extra opening song by Lisa is Poggies. Isn't there like tons of opening songs to each anime? Like, doesn't each anime have like multiple opening songs? I have no idea. I don't know any anime opening songs except for you know, Lisa Manoman? No, I think it's a different Lisa. I don't think Lisa was around making opening songs for Sword Art Online back in like 2010. The OG opening song is a banger. Probably. A lot of anime opening songs are actually quite good. But some of them are too anime-ish, you know? Like some of them are really good. You guys know I'm a big Kenshi Onizu fan. And I love the ending song to not to comedy. That's the name of the song. It's like Spy X Family, the ending song. Really good song. Has to be different. Lisa Chikano isn't a K-weeb. Wait, Chikano loves Lisa though. Chikano loves Lisa from Blackpink. He is not a Korea boo, definitely, but he appreciates Lisa Manoba, you know, which is understandable. And she my dude Hachi. Wait, didn't you say like he was like a Vocaloid guy? That's even more weeby, Yokomoto. You're never beating the allegations. Lisa's Thai though. She's still a K-pop idol. In fact, she might be one of the most famous K-pop idols. His Vocaloid producer name, right, okay. I did remember. Chikano's in the danger zone. I mean, I don't think you can be like, this person's a Korea boo if you think a K-pop idol is pretty, because like they're all kind of pretty, you know. It's like their job to be pretty. I have no idea. But okay, I always thought like, people don't look like K-pop idols don't look like the average person. Like most K-pop, some of them kind of do, but like most people don't like look like somebody you could meet on the street. Especially like for example, like aespa members. A lot of people from SM, um, they have that SM jaw. It's like so pointy, and they have that SM nose. And, like none of it is like um realistically achievable. You know what I mean? So I was thought like, and it's like they're wearing a lot of makeup, and then like whenever they take pictures, they have like filters on it. Like even like paparazzi photos are like whitened. Um, so it's like, I always thought you couldn't see people like that. But also, welcome in, Larry. Their faces look wet. Oh no, yeah. In Korea, they really like. Have you ever watched? I know exactly what you mean. Have you ever watched like a skincare ad in Korea? Their faces are like wet, like because they really like the kind of like dewy, shiny, K-pop look, or that the look, the makeup look. So I know what you mean. Cause like they go like really hard on the dewy makeup. But yeah, and okay, but then I was at like a tourist spot in Vancouver where I took that one of the pictures that I posted in the Discord, and there was a girl there. There was a girl there who looked like a doll. Like she was there like taking pictures. They had this like the reflecty thingy to take photos with. They had one of those, and she literally looked like a K-pop idol out of a music video. But she wasn't like dressed like a K-pop idol. She was obviously doing some sort of like photo shoot. And she was Chinese. She was not Korean. But like her face was so white. Like it was like this white. Like the white shirt white. I was like, is that a real person? Like, I was just like in awe looking at her. I was like, is that a real person? I didn't know you could do makeup like that, like, and look like that in real life. Like, I thought like when people do makeup like that, it's like the camera, like they like I thought it was just like filters. She looked like a filter. I was like, I'd never seen someone like that. But I think she was just wearing like crazy amount of makeup because like like you could tell like obviously no one has that skin tone like in real life. But I was like, it looked crazy. Like, but she looked good. But like, I was like, that is crazy. Like, it's like you like most people like sometimes you see a person and you look pretty, right? They look pretty, and you're like, oh, the person's very pretty. But this person was like unreal. Like I was like, this person doesn't look like a real person. Like, it was actually crazy. You look at Lisa every time. I'm more of it. You guys know these days. I think Kazuha is the most beautiful girl. You saw Danny from New Jeans IRL. Nice. Did she look wet? Like her face? Was she sparkling? Like, not sparkling. Was she reflecting every light in the room? Doesn't she remind you of Rebecca Black? Who? Lisa? Lisa reminds you of Rebecca Black? Like you in the winter white? Even whiter. Like the snow on the ground white. Was it Barbin, the dancing doll girl? She kicks ass. Barbin? I don't think so. She didn't look like her name was Barbin. I just saw them taking like a photo shoot. But yeah, she looked crazy. Danny from New Jeans looks like Rebecca Black during Friday. I don't know who. I'm sorry. I know I've seen New Jeans, but I've never looked closely at them. I don't know who is who. I don't like. I've never like watched their music video or anything. But I've seen like photos in passing. I just never watched their videos or anything like that because I feel weird watching them. Because especially like obviously now they're a bit older. But like back then some of them were like 12 now. I just don't like even like these days I can't even watch like Liv Seraphim videos. Cause like I'm like why are you making Uncha do that move? Why is she in the middle? Like I'm just I just don't like it. Girls don't want boyfriend, they only want Kazuha, exactly. Danny is kind of girl next door but also not. Oh, I see. Yeah, I think some of them have like I think some of them go for like a more girl next door vibe. I think like Nayeon kind of falls into that camp. Like, cause she's very pretty, but she looks like someone you could see in real life. Like, not it's like that's not an insult in any in any way, but like she's beautiful. But she does look like someone you could see. Like for example, like Karina does not look like someone you would see in real life. And then when you see photos of her, like not professional photos, just like videos of her, like from people's like phones and stuff like that. Like I think like they have it. Sometimes they have people have a certain look that looks really good on camera, but in real life it looks a bit uncanny. Like because it's like they look so like they just don't look like a person, you know? Like you watch the dance practices. I ain't watching teenage content. Yeah, exactly. But their dances are cool. I understand that. But these days I was watching like dance covers, or like if I was wanting to watch if I wanted to watch a learn a New Jeans dance. Well, like, I was trying to learn ETA, but I totally forgot. Um, but like I would just watch like a person like demonstrating the dance, you know, and not New Jeans themselves. And Welcome in Tangerine on the car ride to the 80s tonight. Okay, enjoy. Speaking of K-pop, I hope you had a great time. Yeah, I haven't been to a concert in a long time. I was saying that yesterday in Discord, but it's been a while. Karina's Barbie doll, she really is. I think if you like saw Karina in person, you'd be like, is that a real person? It's like it's surprising. Um, ETA by Justin Bieber? I don't know. Why are you a Justin Bieber fan? You always mention Justin Bieber. On a scale of like 1 to 10, how much of a believer are you? Um, no, I definitely feel like a boomer while watching K-pop. Cause like some of the kids look so young. But these days I think like as you grow up, I think kids look younger and younger. No, like when I was like when I was younger, obviously like a 16-year-old didn't look that young, but now they look like babies. Sometimes covers look even better. I mean, yeah, I agree. I think like a lot of times like I'll watch like if I watch like professional dancers, um, versus K-pop idols do it, then like you're like, oh, like dancers are kind of built different. Aside from like the really good K-pop dancers, like by like when you watch like average K-pop dancer versus average professional dancer, the difference is huge. Um, you learn house lead if you had to learn a new jeans. Is that their new one? Your believer 10? 10 out of 10? Okay. What is he up to these days? Didn't he have like a child? Didn't he have a child? Something like that. I don't really listen to Justin Bieber aside from the song with Ariana Grande, the "Stuck with You" song. Second most new one. Ah, okay. Yeah, I do not keep up, obviously, but oh my god, my shuffle turned off. YouTube always does this. Um, he's gonna be a dad. Yeah, I thought he was gonna be a dad like a while ago. Is that not right? Are you jealous that it's not your child? How on a scale of 1 to 10, how jealous are you that it's not your child? Huxley dance is kind of odd. The weird shimmy. I haven't seen this. I don't know. But a lot of dances are like awkward. Like if you're not good at it, it's awkward looking. You know, there's so many dances like that where I'm like, ooh, like I want to learn it, but then when you try and do it, you look stupid. You're like, there's some dances where like you can do it. Like a lot of like Blackpink dances, for example. Like even if you're not good at dancing, it looks kind of cool. But like a lot of dances, like if you're not good at it, it looks bad. So I can't learn dances like that. Like I want to look cool, you know? You like Jay Park? I like Jay Park. I'm not like a huge fan or anything, but I like him. Not at all. You don't want a child till you're about 60 years old. I think 60 is a bit late. I think 60 is a bit late because I know like, you know, you're very young at that age, you know. I guess you could just like oh I don't know. You'll see. Superdential dance is nuts. I haven't seen it. You need a certain level of confidence and swagger. I think so. I think you also need like dancing ability, you know? like even if I try, I don't think I have swagger, but I definitely have confidence, you know? I think I have a surplus, you know? past my actual ability. Lisa dances are difficult. Some of her dances are difficult. I was really disappointed in her first song. I haven't watched Rockstar, um, but I was really disappointed in La Lisa the dance because it looked like she was just doing like a TikTok dance, you know? Like it seemed like they were just really going for the TikTok dance angle versus like you know, because like obviously she's really really good at dancing. I kind of wanted her to like show that off, but it didn't seem like she was doing like she was really doing that. Theo Vaughn's dad. I don't know who Theo Vaughn's who that is. He was like 70 when he was born. That's like really unusual though. Usually at that age, like I mean, obviously like men can have kids like a lot older than women, but like I think after a certain age, you're still like losing fertility. No, I think it's quite uncommon. That's what I saw anyway. Cause recently didn't like Robert De Niro or something. He's like 70, had like a kid, and everyone was like, oh, I was according to comments. Apparently that's can be difficult. 60's the new 30, maybe. It's a nice middle age, you know. And welcome in, nerd. Hope you're doing well today. Rockstar's not a W dance for her either. Oh, I'm so disappointed. I don't understand why they do that. Like Lisa's the dancer. Like she is the dancer, you know? Like give her a dance. Like give her something good. Like I don't care if people can't copy her for TikTok, you know? Like or at least give her a dance break where she gets to show off, you know? Like sure, make the chorus easy so everyone can do it. But like give her a chance to show off, you know? Cuz she's not a vocalist. What else is she going to show off, you know? Like it's not like she's gonna be like belting it out so she can't sing, you know? Or she can't dance because she's singing. Like give her a dance. Rob had a kid at like 77. That's pretty insane, no? I think the main problem with that though, like even if you can healthily have a kid, is that he's gonna die. Like he's gonna die when the kid's like 10 years old, no? But I don't know. I guess it does. Maybe he just. I don't know. Maybe it was an accident. I don't know. I don't know if he had willfully had a child at 77. Cause isn't that weird too? Cause like, doesn't he like he has like grandkids probably? He has grandkids. What kind of messed up? That's an Elden Ring family tree there, you know? Like that is weird. The child's gonna experience their dad's death at a young age. Yeah, exactly. Like the dad can't like Robert De Niro cannot be in his child's life, and then you know like it's not great. But yeah, it's yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. Maybe it was an accident. I don't know, but I think the woman is also a bit older. I think she's like almost 50 as well, which is not that old, but like you know, in terms of like, you know, dying when the kid's a young age, but like it's still quite old. But I guess it's kind of worse if she was like 20. I don't know. The child's gonna have a mad date when Rob crooks, so that's true. But doesn't you know he has a bunch of other kids though. Like I mean, but even splitting Robert De Niro's fortune like 15 ways is probably more than enough money. Welcome in, Reezy. How are you? Actually, I was watching a video recently about Jackie Chan, and then like you know Jackie Chan has like a good reputation. He's no, I don't know, maybe he doesn't, but like you know he seems to have like a pretty good reputation. He's not like scorned by like the public, right? But apparently he's terrible. I found this out. I'm not like a huge Jackie Chan fan or anything, so I don't have any investment in this. But I found out that he's actually really bad. And he's like estranged with this son. Yeah, I didn't know about Jack. Okay, I don't like follow him, so I guess that's fine. Yeah, I found this out recently. He's like estranged with his son. Yeah, he's messed up to his kids. So he has a son. And then like he said he wouldn't give his son anything. He said he would give his son like he would give the rest of his money away to charity when he dies and not to his son. And he's like very like harsh on his son. So they don't have a good relationship. And then he cheated on his wife like a long time ago. And I think the mistress had a child. And he doesn't give the child anything. They grew up like poor, you know, like even though he's like so rich, like They grew up with nothing, and then the daughter didn't want anything to do with him, and same with the mistress, I guess. You know, like obviously the daughter was like not happy with this. I don't know if it was the wife who had a child or the mistress who had a child, but one of them had a child, and then he just like didn't give them anything, like no financial support whatsoever, and then yeah, it was just a whole thing. Bad husband. And then he supports the CCP as well. He's like very actively and enthusiastically supporting the CCP. So, you know, just bad all around. Older parents suck. They don't have the energy to do much stuff, and they make it hard to find friends because their friends don't have kids. Oh, yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, like, obviously, like, people are having kids older and older these days, but I think there's, like, a limit, you know? There's a difference between having a child at, like, late 30s, or versus, like, 77, you know? Like, there's a bit of a gray area there. There's a bit of a, you know, a range there. You need but the CCP thing, but not the other. Yeah, and he's bad on both ends of the spectrum, or you know, on all fronts. His son got locked up for possession of drugs, which is why he resents him. Oh yeah, his son got locked up because of marijuana. Which is like a bigger offense in China, right? And I think that's why he was like permanently disappointed in him. And then but then he had estranged his daughter long before she came out. So he had estranged his daughter, and she was like, all I need is my mom. Like I do not want anything to do with Jackie Chan, right? But then she came out, and then her mom disowned her. So then apparently she was, but then like, and then she was like homeless, or like she was like struggling, right? Because she got kicked out. But then like obviously like Jackie Chan didn't do anything, you know. Supporting the CCP is fine as he is from Hong Kong. No, I don't think it's fine. First of all, it's definitely not fine. But like when Hong Kong was doing like protests and stuff like that, he was like very against it. Like he was like, yeah, it's a whole thing. Trying to find out Monkey from Kung Fu Panda is bad. Exactly. And apparently he's very I found out that in the video there's also a clip. And apparently back in the 90s, Michelle Yeoh called him a chauvinistic pig. She called him a chauvinistic pig. And then like people didn't believe her at the time, but now look at her. She was right. And apparently he said like, oh, like women should be homemakers and they should belong in the kitchen, except Michelle Yeoh. Because she would like get really mad at him. So I think he started saying like, except Michelle Yeoh. I was like, you know what? I guess, you know, fair enough. He makes an exception for one woman in the entire world. The brothers was other kind of iffy. Yeah, that's a whole other story. But he just like very vocally supports the CCP. Jackie thinks it's the 1950s though. Exactly. And welcome in, Hero. I'm doing pretty good. How are you? What are we discussing in your chat today? We're discussing Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan is a terrible father, a cheater, and very, very questionable beliefs. And welcome in, Jack. It is a lot of us rooting for murder. Yeah, we will get into it's a bit of a nuanced issue, of course, but it's moral of the story, Jackie Chan bad, you know. But to head out in an hour or so to your sister's birthday, but other than that, okay. Wait, is that a bad thing? Is your sister's birthday a bad thing? I'm sorry. I hope you can have a good time. Yeah, it's what I found. But you know, like everyone, like I feel like you should just never idolize a celebrity because like Hollywood's real messed up, you know. I feel like maybe a lot of the people there, if they're not actively doing bad things, they could be just actively covering up bad things. So I would not idolize anyone because you don't know them. They could be cheating on their wife. They could be um spouting very questionable beliefs. They could be disowning their children. I don't know. um Even Jack Black. What did Jack Black do? Not Jack Black. No, I'm not emotionally invested. People forget that celebs are. So people and people in general are not good. I would say the average person is good though. Am I just am I naive? I would say like most people are not like, I don't know, groomers, cheaters, um, like terrible. I mean, okay, terrible parents depends on your definition of terrible. But like I think no one's really a perfect parent. But I think most people have good intentions. But I think I have a feeling like like for me, I just feel like celebrities, like especially very high level celebrities, are just on like a different plane of existence. Their life and like the stuff, like their life is just so detached from like reality of like normal people, right? Um and like they're like what they're able to do, and like the consequences of their actions and stuff like that are so different that I think it just kind of messes you up. Like I think I would say probably the fame and the money just really messes you up, or or it's the opposite, and only very like narcissistic people or people with certain personalities end up actually doing very well in the industry. Um but maybe I'm not famous, so I cannot speak to this. um he had free tickets to Jack Black's concert and he bailed. What? Oh no. I didn't know he had concerts. Does Jack Black do what did he do? Does he have albums? What does he sing? Does he sing like what's that movie? Um what's that movie? School of Rock. He's in a band. Oh yeah, the comedy band. Okay, yeah, yeah. Because he said like Jack Black concert. I was like, what is he doing? You think most people just know how to put on a really convincing mask and a well-perceived persona, but deep inside, as dark as your darkest side would be? So you think everyone is evil, but they're just pretending not to be? I don't think that's true. I think like we all have dark thoughts, like I think we all have our weird like, when you're standing near a cliff and then you're like, what happened? Like you don't want to die, but like, and you obviously don't want to, but like if you're ever standing on like a cliff and you're like, what would happen if I jumped? I think we all have that like I think we all have that inner voice. But I don't think that's reflective of your actual intentions. Um, they broke up the night before a concert for a stupid reason. His bandmates had a joke in poor taste, and Jack Black ditched him so fast. Really? I mean, it depends on the joke, but um, yeah. So was it an overreaction? Can't they just kick him out of the band if like not supporting this behavior? If it was not worthy of the result, but like, um, why would they disband the band? You believe everyone has ulterior motives, selfish and dark thoughts. I think so, but not everyone acts on. I think like I don't know, like if you live like if you always have these um like I think a lot of us would have the desire to do selfish things, right? But a lot of people won't act on them, right? And I think your actions, really, it's your actions that matter, and not, obviously, like, if you're like thinking about murdering everyone and you just don't murder anyone, that's probably still bad, and maybe you need to like go to therapy. Um, but I think like if you can recognize like, oh, like that wouldn't be a good thing to do, and you and you make the right decision, that's probably still fine. Um, are they good viewers? Not good, just cheap like us. How much do you guys cost? Let me compare it to this link. I would say I'm about like as a viewer, I'm not very consistent at showing up, so I would say like I'm probably like a $1 viewer. He just said, "I wish the shorter didn't miss." And Jack Black would joke about Trump dying plenty of times, like not cool, man, because he didn't want to lose movie roles. I wish the shorter didn't miss. What does that mean? Shooter. Oh, Shooter. Wait, this was recent? This was recent? I thought this was like years ago. They want to lose. That would cause them to lose movie roles. Agency is made up of okay, wait, we have a real scientific thing. Is made up of genetics, environment, and numerous psychological phenomena. That's probably true. Yeah, I would say so. I think playing the lead in Minecraft is being. Wait, are they making a Minecraft movie? I know there's a Minecraft thing on Netflix, but is there a movie? Is he playing Steve? Is Jack Black Steve from Minecraft? I don't know how to say about corporate work culture. The friends at work would throw you under a bus without hesitation if they meant they could gain something from it. Depends where you work, Hero. Maybe in like a very cutthroat environment, but I don't think. I mean, I would say like like I would say like my coworkers are like my friends, but I don't think they would throw me under the bus. Cause well, also it's also because like I work in tech, so it's not like throwing me under the bus would gain them anything. But maybe in like I don't work in a very like competitive environment, so it's probably different. I definitely believe that. I had friends who were like pre-med, which doesn't really mean anything, but like who were trying to get in like in medical school, and apparently like if you ask like your classmate for like you're like, oh, I missed class today, could I have your notes? They will say no because they want to get into med school and they don't want you to get it. And I was like, what the hell? That's insane. And welcome in Darkman. You could just call me Miju. Welcome in. And welcome in Bear. Hope you're doing well today. Bandura is one of the best researchers on people's action. The 2023 paper was really great. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm not like super well versed in psychology, but it's definitely interesting. You work in Texas? I work in tech. No, just tech. I definitely don't work in Texas. I just commute, every day. Pre-med equals science degree equals no job. Exactly. I mean, pre-med doesn't mean anything. Like anyone could be pre-med because you don't need a specific degree to get into med school. But I just mean like people who are trying to get into med school. You should move to Texas because Vancouver went woke. That's me. It's too woke around here, You're into education, so psychology is pretty cool. Yeah, definitely. I never took a psych class in school. I didn't have any electives. In all my electives, I wanted to take easy classes, and I don't think psychology would be fun because you probably need to write a paper, and I'm a math brain. I am not writing a paper. I ended up taking philosophy because it's actually tangentially related to math, believe it or not. Especially logic classes. So, or like logic. It's just proofs, man. So it was I just took philosophy. Need to get into tech industry. Went to school for it. Could never get a job in the field doing software dev. Left me kind of bitter, to be honest. Yeah, it's all about timing. I'm sorry about that. It is definitely about timing. It really depends. Like, it depends when you graduate. The market has been very. It hasn't been great recently, but it definitely has like ups and downs. If you graduate at the wrong time, it could be really tough. You didn't have any electives when you did engineering? Oh, really? You must have had a lot of courses though, because like at least here, like engineers have like really packed schedules. I had two majors. Like it wasn't a dual degree, but I just had two majors, so I didn't have a lot of electives. I only had like two or three. Philosophy is an obligatory course at uni here. Really? For everyone? Because I think here what am I trying to say? Here, like the only universal courses for like every degree, I think are English. I think everyone has to take English, and I think that's the only one that's like of everyone. Um, we did do engineering philosophy. Oh yeah, here like engineers have to take like ethics. But never had to take ethics, so I'm a very unethical thought. No, I'm kidding. I graduated in 2017, gave up after being unable to land a position by 2021. That's kind of rough. I'm sorry. Hopefully, I mean, if you want to, if you don't like, I mean, if you don't want to do it now, then like, I just totally understandable. But I think it's getting better. I graduated actually in 2021, and the market was actually not bad at the time, but it started being bad like from like 2022, and then until now, pretty much, I think it's still a bit down. But I think it's maybe on the up and up. I'm not sure though. You're a mature age student. Did what parents want, not doing what I want. That's great. That's great. So you're doing psychology now? Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't think my mom really wanted me to do anything in particular. She just wanted me to get a good job. Like her only wish. Oh, you said you're doing education. Sorry. You did say that earlier. Um, but yeah, my mom's only wish was like, don't get a degree that's like useless. She was like, don't get like a random degree that you like can't get a job with. You know, get like a skill that like you can get a job with. So like if so like um one of those like one of those jobs where it's like you can kind of move anywhere. Cause she was like, my friend's an X-ray technician, and you know she can work anywhere in the world because she's an X-ray technician. That was her example at the time. And welcome in social Newton, who did? Are you talking about me? I am actually not that tanned, I would say. Um, it's just the morning lighting. I get a lot more light, natural light in the morning, so my really bright stream lights don't can't overpower the light coming in the side. So the natural lighting makes me look darker. But I don't think I actually go to tan that much because I think if I had a tan, I would have like tan lines. No, but I guess I wear like a lot of various clothing. It's not like people get really strong tan lines if you're like wearing a t-shirt every day. So it's like the same cut. But I think I just wear a variety of clothes. But I don't really have any tan lines. I think it's um I swear like this would be really white, no? Because I'm not wearing this shirt every day. Um um Nobody laughed when I asked the lecture. Murder was bad ethically. I think that depends though, because like murder could be justified, like self-defense, you know? AI is gonna make most of the devs irrelevant. I think in the future AI will write code and one or two people will just be there to check, verify the code. That I want that job. I want that job. But I think we're a long way off from AI being able to write everything. Right now it's very bad. Young wants to jump into psychology, but I'm like, that's not challenging. I mean, I'm sure the degree would be challenging, but I don't know what you would do with it. Get an art degree, of course. Get a good degree like archaeology. And what are you doing with that? Okay, you're back. You're joining us tech guys again. The lighting is doing a lot of heavy lifting. It is. It is. Mija has been touching. I have been touching grass. I have been touching a lot of lot of grass. I even went on a walk like 2 days ago because I realized I hadn't gotten up from my chair for like 3 days. So then I went on a walk. But it's too hot. It's so hot out. Yeah, the t-shirt tan. Oh no. Time to bust out the tank tops, maybe. As long as you don't give yourself the infamous raccoon tan, the sunglasses. No, I don't wear sunglasses enough for that. And I don't think my face would tan that heavily. Actually, it would. It would. You guys don't know. When I was a kid, I was actually quite dark. I was like at least 5 shades darker. Like I would say, like I was like, like I was dark in the way that like white people cannot be dark. You know what I mean? Because I was outside like every day when I was a kid. But these days, I'm never gonna reach that point. You're using your archaeology to get a comp sci degree. Exactly. AI seems to be getting the best results when it comes to coding so far. Everything else is eh. Yeah. So, I mean, Yeah, I mean, I think it has good results. Like you definitely have to still double check what the AI is doing because like apparently the AI I've never used AI for code, but like a lot of people have been telling me like it makes up functions. It'll just like randomly make up a function. It'll be like, oh, this function does this, and you're like, I don't think that exists. But it's still decent. Like I think the logic is sound. They told me archaeologists all get divorced because they spend so long away from family. I mean, I don't think according with most people getting archaeology degrees are out there actually digging for archaeology stuff. You should tan rather than burn. Oh no. Make sure you wear lots of sunscreen. Even if you tan, wear lots of sunscreen. Yeah, I definitely played outside a lot as a kid. I was in the forest every day, digging around, not digging around, like running around. Bought tank tops for the first time last week, and only because I need a more comfortable undershirt for a friend's outdoor wedding. Nice, nice. Honestly, do you have Uniqlo where you live? The Uniqlo like airism undershirts are I don't wear undershirts because I actually bought those undershirts recently, like a couple years ago. But then I realized like I only wear like crop tops and like really small shirts. There's no I can't wear undershirt, you know. So then I gave it to my mom. I was like, I cannot wear undershirts, but they have like a really like cooling material. It's very nice. Um, you went outside and so much as a kid that you prefer to stay inside now that you're vampire pale now. Exactly, exactly. I actually I was pretty dark until I started doing office jobs. So I had my first internship in 2020. No, 2019, sorry. I had my first internship in 2019. And since then, I've been getting paler and paler. Because I was like in the office all summer, right? I was working full time all summer. So I never really like, and now that I work from home, I've just been getting paler and paler. The only time I tan is like when I'm on vacation. But I burn a little bit, especially on my face. But I would say I tan pretty well on like my arms and my legs. If I went outside, I would. Everyone can tell if you used AI to write anything. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Or like AI art too. You do most of your clothing shopping from Target. I mean, Uniqlo's fairly cheap and good. I would say like it's worth because like it's still pretty cheap. It's still pretty cheap and the quality is much better than something like the Target. The exception being when I bought two suits last. Okay, that's pretty expensive to be fair. Suits are very expensive, unless they're from Target, I guess. Pale Jew, exactly, exactly. I'm about to be I'm reaching that. I think like earlier this year before and that's probably the palest I get in general. I don't think I go much paler because I think well I'm not white first of all, so I'm not gonna go like super white, but we'll see. In the past, you occasionally wander outside wearing your jinbei, and I don't know what that is, and flip flops. You used to get weird looks from all sorts of people. Do you mean like socks and flip flops? You have a commuter's tan. Your left forearm is much darker than your right arm forearm, since your left arm is on the driver's side window. You should actually. I wear sunscreen to drive. It's actually like my mom. I used to like laugh at my mom because she would wear like she had like a sweater that she would keep in the car and like cover her arm while she's driving. But now that I'm older, I'm like, that's kind of that's kind of good, you know? And welcome in, Maestro. How are you? You need to get your left hand. We have left hand car drive. We need right hand. Then do you stick your left arm out the window? Can feel the sun cooking it. Oh no, I don't. I'm a. All right, okay, what temperature? Okay, wait, what temperature do you guys like roll up the windows and just put on AC? Because I would say like if it's below 20, then I would probably we need conversions here. But like yeah, I would say below 20 degrees. I would say like I would roll down the window. But like, but I always roll up the window if I'm on like the highway or like somewhere that's like there's a lot of construction or something like that. I just roll up the window and I don't want to breathe in all the dust, so I just use AC. Jinbei is a Japanese pajama loungewear. It's like traditional style top with shorts as bottoms. Oh, I don't know what that is. I think maybe I know what you mean, but yeah, I would definitely look if someone was wearing that out in public. If anything, like traditional. Respect your mom's life hack. It's good, right? I have a really thin sweater, and I'm thinking about leaving that in the car. Mo to your grandparents' lawn, so it's a busy day for you. Just got back home on a hot day. GG's. I hope, you know, that sounds very hot and sweaty, but hope you can relax now. 90 F2 Celsius. 32. What? 90 is when you don't use AC until it's 90? That's insane. 100? What? What? You hate AC in cars? Really? I love AC in cars. Above 22. Yeah, that's more my speed. Yeah, like 20, 22. Around 20ish, I'll roll the window down, but definitely like 25. I think I'm using the AC at 20 degrees. Above 70 F, I used to come to the desire for. Yeah, I think you're on the right track. 70. Yeah. I would say 70. What the heck? 100? 100? Where do you live? You live on the equator or something? You have a car, you're at the mercy of the bus driver. Honestly, yeah. I took the train recently. When I went downtown, I took the train. One of the trains did not have AC, was cooking. It was like, remember when we went on the train back from the airport? It was like that. I was like, some of the trains, but the train before that was cold. I was like, Vancouver, like the SkyTrain is like, it's very consistent. Like you're either cooking or it's like actually cold. You probably get Miju hats after that, Mo. Let's go. Sounds like your folks, they don't get heat stroke, they don't get nostalgia. It'll be 85 in high humidity and they won't turn on the AC. Yeah, I'm not about that life. Back in my early 20s, I had a car from the 80s and it didn't have working AC. The engine used to run so hot that you had to blast heat out through the vents whenever the ambient temp passed like 25. What the hell? That is you cannot pay me to drive that. Use a little hammer to smash out the window. That's the play. That's the play. You're gonna retire on the equator, but you live in Australia. Oh, Australia. Okay, that explains the heat. No, guys, I turn on the AC for like nothing. Okay, in the car, cause the car is the only place I have AC. Okay, I live in a place that doesn't get that hot, so like the car is the only place I can enjoy AC. I'm turning that on all the time. I'm like I realized that the AC like drains the gas, you know? Cause like when I drove like 5 kilometers and then my odometer or not my odometer, but the thing that shows how much like you can drive went down by like so much. I was like, that doesn't look right. I only drove like 5 kilometers. He explains the AU in their that does explain the AU in the name, yeah. Retiring in Malaysia would slap. It's too hot for me, man. I'm a Pacific Northwest guy. I cannot live anywhere else. Nowadays, it's almost always AC on. Same. Most people set the AC to max cold and leave it on that. That's what I do. But then sometimes it's too cold on my hands. It's too cold on my hands, and I'm like, oh, my hands are cold. So then I turn it down. The dream of reaching retirement age before eating by a massive spider in Australia, or apparently the magpies. Apparently that's a big issue. It doesn't drain the gas, but it makes your engine work harder. Yeah, I think it uses more gas, no? They have bigger spiders near Singapore. What? They have huge spiders in Singapore? Bigger spiders? How can there be a bigger spider than a huntsman spider? And those fuel economy ratings in your car dashboard should be taken with a grain of salt. It's just a guesstimate. I think it's pretty accurate, no? I think it doesn't take into account like blasting the AC, but it seems to be quite accurate. But I think it gives you extra gas than you think, you know? And it actually has. Did you put the batteries in? I did put the batteries in. I fixed it. I put the batteries in wrong initially, but I fixed it. Magpies, they can be aggressive. I heard. We heard from the Australians that magpies were the problem. Which Pokemon do you want? Anyone have a Gen 1 Pokemon that they would like with a Pokeball to guess? The Pokeball is owned by Maestro really likes the Pokeball. I can't remember the last person who redeemed it that was not Maestro. You gotta live where you do. The most exotic animal I've seen recently is a snake. But you don't even have like poisonous snakes, no? Because we just have like normal, like the green ones that aren't poisonous. And they're very rare. But I guess we have like bears. We have like bears and like coyotes. And really aggressive raccoons. Huntsmen may be big, but they're superhuman fast and they go in your car. That's disgusting. Farfetch, Charmander, Hitmonlee. Have we done Farfetch? You were first. I don't think we've done Farfetch'd. Charmeleon. They're the second one. I swear the second evolution of Pokemon just don't exist, right? Cause like who does anyone? Okay. There's no way anyone's favorite Pokemon is like a middle evolution, right? Like you think some people like Charmander, some people like Charizard. Who the hell likes Charmeleon? And who the hell likes the middle one of Blastoise? What the hell is it even called? Wartortle. What, Yokomoto, you're a middle evolution fan? You had Huntsman call up on my arm while driving on the highway? Over 10 people die each year from Huntsman crawling on their arm while driving. I would willingly die if a Huntsman spider crawled on my arm while I was driving. Not using Croconaw? What the hell is Croconaw? Are we evolution shaming Pokemon fans? I am. Honestly, for me, all evolutions are kind of the same. And usually, it's a coin flip, whether I remember the last one or the first one. Because, like, some Pokemon, like, for me, I don't know, like, I'll just pick one, and then all the evolution line would be named that. You know, because it's kind of weird. Like, what if you're born, right? You're born, your name is Chicano. And then, like, you're when you turn 12, they're like, oh, sorry, now you're gonna be called Jeremy, okay? And then when you turn 18, you're gonna be called, I don't know, you're gonna be called, like, they just change your name. Like, why would you change the name? This is the same person. It's the same Pokemon, you know? And no species does that. I guess maybe a butterfly. Middle evolutions are like the middle child. Exactly. You would drive off the road yelling, I'll see you in Hell Spider? I would burn the car. And Lee, thank you so much for the 17 months. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Croconaw is a middle evolution between Totodile and Feraligatr. I don't know what that is. You had a spider descend from the top of the windshield to your steering wheel when I was driving 70 miles per hour on a spider. How big was the spider, though? Also find a Psyduck. Oh, but Psyduck is fine. It's on a middle one. I don't think in the history of Mexicans anyone has ever been named Jeremy. You would be the first. It makes sense why the middle evolutions are your favorite. Are you a middle child? Then decided to go back and forth across the steering wheel, so I had to constantly switch it. Oh no. That's when you open the window and let it fly out to his death. Okay, let's do Farfetch. Actually, no, let's do a middle evolution, just for the sake of it, okay? We'll do Charmeleon. I don't think the Pokeball is ever gonna guess Charmeleon. What about Chaser Bradley? What's a classic like Mexican American name? Because you know some like obviously like Japanese people don't have Japanese, like they don't have English names, right? Like everyone just uses the same name. But in terms of like, you know, like I think like a lot of times there's always that like for like I think for like Chinese people, so it's like Jason, Kevin, you know, like there's like very common names that like there's so many. And then I don't know. But for Japanese people, they don't have that. Like I think like there's a lot of there's only a handful of bilingual names for men or for boys. So like I think like Kai, Ken, very common. You're 3 out of 4, technically 5 out of 6. Damn, okay. I guess there's a lot of middle childs then. In the last laugh, he dropped a spider at a rest stop in New Jersey. That spider's gonna hate it there. Good job. You had a girlfriend who would wake me up in the middle of the night to kill spiders, and I'd be like, serious? Why was she already awake, or did she sense the spider and wake up? Kevin is more Viet. Maybe. Definitely Jason though. I knew so many Jasons. Jorge, Jesus, Jose, Fernando, and Carlos. Okay, yeah, true. Mexicans usually get like Spanish or biblical names. Fair enough. What happened to yours? Means you're revealing my name? Oh, right. Well, you were like, no, because Yokomono was like, my username contains my name, but it's like one letter. I was like, how was I supposed to guess that? Jeremy is mad funny though. I had a son when I turned 60, definitely naming him Jeremy. Yeah, Jeremy's great. 3 out of 3. 2 out of 2. Or 1 out of 2? Wait, sorry, is 1 the oldest, or is the high, is, I guess, first child. I was the first child, so I'm 1 out of 2? Do you mean bedtime routine, you're coming off the computer, so was the kitchen or bathroom? Okay, she was already awake. I was like, that's kind of crazy if she like sensed it in her sleep, you know? Yoko's government name is Jeremy. Yeah, everyone call Yokomoto Jeremy from now on. Okay, let's do the Pokeball. Okay. But I had out still early in time. That's why we have a great Saturday. Thank you. Hope you have a great rest of your day or evening too, Hero. Thanks for hanging out. Okay.
Great. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Answer yes, no, or I don't know. You can also say it depends. Does it have legs?
Yes.
Aha. Does your Pokemon have a tail?
Yes.
Okay. Is your Pokemon mainly yellow?
No.
That's what I thought. Does it have one or several horns?
Yes. That counts, right? The horn?
Did your Pokemon evolve from another Pokemon?
Yes.
I see. Is it a dual type?
No.
We're almost there.
Almost there.
Can your Pokemon evolve into another Pokemon?
Oh no, it knows at the middle. Yes. Yes, I said yes!
Is there a flame burning at the tip of your Pokemon's tail?
Yes. It's gonna say Charizard.
Okay. Does your Pokemon have hooves?
No.
That's
Hooves.
what I thought. That's it.
Oh, it's guessing
got it.
Rapidash.
I believe you were thinking of Magmar. Is that it?
No.
Okay.
Magmar.
Is your
It doesn't
Pokemon
evolve.
a fire type?
Yes.
Interesting. Does it have wings?
No.
I see. Will your Pokemon change its type when it evolves?
Yes.
Aha! Oh, I think I know. Something tells me you were thinking of Charmeleon.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
Great!
Whoa, I got it. Why did I say Magmar? I said it wasn't mainly yellow. I said it evolves from another Pokemon. And Magmar? It was so off. I got there eventually, but I don't know why I guessed Magmar. Jeremy spoke in class today. Oh my gosh. Classic Jeremy. How do I tell someone don't wake me up if unless it's bigger than a rat? Just say it. Just say don't wake me up unless it's bigger than a rat. Or just put a cup over it and save it for morning. You said he knows. I took it as a no. No, okay. It asked 2 questions. It asked, does it evolve from another Pokemon? I said yes. It understood me. It said, does it evolve into another Pokemon? I said yes, and it thought it was a no. But that still shouldn't be Magmar, you know? Do the throwback for the one time. What? Do the throwback for the one time. What are you even saying? Yeah, we'll do bunny hat. I haven't worn this hat in a while. I brought the hats out here too, for just so I don't have to get up to to put on the hat. Yeah, let me set the timer for 10 minutes. Okay. Yeah, what was I gonna say? I had something to say, but I can't remember now. I'm really glad I don't get spiders here though. Jeremy English, Jeremy English. Wear the original hat for old time's sake. What is? I don't understand the one time thing, but okay. I understand a throwback. I don't understand a one time. Is it because you're such a believer? Probably, right? The original Justin Bieber song, One Time. Oh, I understand now. It was just a Justin Bieber reference. My hair is really reaching the point where it's like really awkward length, you know? Um, I'm a. It was a JB rep. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad I understood. I actually used to really like Justin Bieber, like in his original album time, like what is that album called? My World. I was a big fan of that. But then I discovered One Direction and I forgot about Justin Bieber. I didn't care about him. I never did go to a Justin Bieber concert. But he was quite big. I remember going to see them. I think I went to he had like a tour movie. The Never Say Never tour movie. I'm pretty sure I went to that. Like I went to like the movie showing. Or maybe I went to see Karate Kid. I'm not really sure which one I saw. Bieber's first evolution form, exactly. Everyone remembers the first evolution. I don't know what he was doing in the middle there. His first two albums are kind of mid, but his third was 10 out of 10. What was the third album? I thought his first albums were good. I mean, for the audience at the time, like if you were like a 12-year-old girl, the first albums are good, you know? I definitely enjoyed it. But I was actually like, when did it come out? 2009? 2011? It was like 2009, no? I was probably like 10 years old. So, you know, I probably had a very different music taste at the time. I was probably strictly listening to Hilary Duff. But it's what did I even listen to at the time? I was really big on Hilary Duff, but I don't know when she went on like hiatus, you know? If it was around that time or maybe I was listening to some other Disney Channel kind of music. I cannot remember. I was definitely just a huge Hilary Duff fan. I'd like Hilary Duff. I don't even know if like kids these days know who she is, but like I had like so much Lizzie McGuire and Hilary Duff merchandise. It was my fangirl phase started very early. Yes. I feel like. Oh, actually, I don't have Pilates today. I forgot to say earlier, but I actually don't have Pilates today. My instructor is away. It's a long weekend. It's a long weekend here in BC. She went somewhere. I don't remember where she went, but she went somewhere. I don't even have Pilates today. Maybe I should work out at home. But it's quite hot. I really want to work out when it's so warm. No Pilates. It's just a quick 9 a.m. stream. Yeah, I'll probably just go to my mom's house early. We're trying to plan our. We finally like my mom finally has like a schedule for like September, or my brother does. So we're gonna try and plan our Japan trip. I want to go somewhere. Like obviously I'm gonna visit family. Like when I'm gonna go visit family, of course, but we want to go somewhere like in Japan, but we haven't decided where yet. My mom really wants to go to Hokkaido, but my aunt and uncle said they could come on vacation with us, like just recently. So we're kind of like Hokkaido's a bit far. it takes 6 hours to get from Kyushu to Hokkaido because you have to like go to Tokyo, have a layover, and then go to Hokkaido. So that like it's a bit far. So we're like maybe we should go somewhere else. But there's lots of places in Japan, surely. We want to go. I want to go somewhere with a nice ryokan, which is like onsen, like hot springs. I want to go. I want to go to a very novel ryokan. Okay, like I don't know. I don't know where yet. I'm trying to find, but then I can't. I can't like research these places in English because like white people don't really go to onsens, you know, or especially like ryokans, right? So I'm trying. I was like, Mom, can you look it up for me? But I don't think she has. I don't think she has. So I'll have to look it up with her because I do look it up in Japanese, but like I can't read very well, so it's a I'm like kind of like fumbling in the dark when I'm looking stuff up. Just tank the heat. Yeah, I might do a bit of a workout. I've been doing arm workout. Look, I've been doing arm workout. Oh, that actually looks strong, doesn't it? It's the lighting. Um, but yeah, it's I've been doing arm workout almost every day. Not quite every day, but almost every day. Sometimes my arm is too tired the next day. So that's my plan. And then the normal like ab workouts and stuff. But I think I've gained some weight too, because I think my abs are disappearing. Um, when you go home from your mom's, is it light out? Yes. I usually go home like 8:30 to 9. It's usually still light out. Around 9, maybe not as much. Ryan, you need to book flights and hotel for London in September? Oh, I didn't know you're going to London in September. What are you gonna do there? Pokemon Go? I like how all tourists in Japan are white people. No, I just mean like white people don't really go to onsens because like a lot of white people are like don't wanna go in somewhere naked, you know, or don't want to have like they don't want to go to the public bath, and like a lot of people do, of course. Like a lot of people don't care at all, um, but like and a lot of onsens I think don't allow foreigners as well. Not a lot of them, sorry, but some of them don't. So maybe it just depends. And I think a lot of the places that have like really nice ryokans, like onsen, it's like a ryokan is like not like a resort, but it's like a hotel that has a onsen in it. But usually like there's like a really like a meals provided, so like you pay for the meals as well. So like it'll include like dinner, and the dinner will be like very extravagant, with like a lot of food. So that's generally what a ryokan is. And a lot of those places are like in kind of not in like the really touristy areas. Like most ryokans aren't in like Tokyo, you know, like in Tokyo. They're usually like slightly outside or like in more rural areas with like a nice view. So I think a lot of them they're not like big tourist places. They're more for like Japanese people who go on vacation within Japan kind of thing. Would you want? Why would you want? I was only gonna have donuts. I do love donuts. I can have both. I can have both. Oh, everything in moderation, you know. I can't eat that many donuts at once, probably. So, um, but yeah, I think for me, it's like I've kind of been like the same weight my whole life. Like not like oh, sorry, not think I was a baby, but like since I would say since I was like 12, like I've been like, like I have like periods where like you know obviously like you know as I've gotten older, obviously like you gain weight, right? But like I would say like um it's been pretty consistent. Like I can like I think I've gained weight now. Like I'm heavier now because especially because I've been like working out, doing Pilates. I'm sure I have more like a muscle. Like my muscle to fat ratio has changed. But I'm definitely at the point where like I'm so like familiar with how I look and it doesn't change, right? So like if I look in the mirror, I can tell like if I've gained weight in certain places. It's very clear to me. But it's not for me. It's not about like the weight itself, like on the scale, you know, because like I do want to be heavier and like by that gain muscle, right? You have 10 pounds. You started meds in the spring. I mean, if yeah, I mean that's probably sometimes that's how it is with the medicine. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. But maybe I don't know. You're hanging out with Twitch friends. It's like 10 of us meeting up. Oh, okay, that's a lot of people. I can't arrange meetup with that many people. Actually, can I? It's kind of a lot. Um, what like for me, my limit, my vacation. I mean, I guess like in Paris, it was like It was only six people. And even that is a lot of work. I would say like if I was like going around tourist style, I think like 3 to 4 people. But I'm kind of like introverted, I would say. So like ideally like two to three. Too many muscles in the arms to work out and strengthening the tendons is the grind. I think recently I've been having a lot of like wrist pain. Not pain, the hat. But yeah, I've been having a lot of like wrist weakness. Like any workout where I have to put weight on my wrist is like really not the best for me right now. And especially I think my posture using the mouse has not been great. After I use the mouse for a long time, my wrist kind of hurts. Carbs, sugars for me are the most part. Otherwise, your blood sugar will kill me. Or out for you for the most part. Like your blood sugar will kill me. Yeah, fair enough. I'm a carb enjoyer. I could never. As a bodybuilder, your ears pricked up. Yeah, we're some of us are gym rats here. We definitely do talk about working out more often than not. But mostly because I usually have Pilates today. Do rice bucket. Rice bucket? I do like rice. Like push-ups? Your wrists hate push-ups? Yeah, stuff like push-ups. Anything where you're like on all fours. Like my wrist is not happy. My Pilates instructor always tells me like put your wrist forward. Like if you're lying if you're like this, like plank, put your hands forward a bit. It takes a bit of weight off your wrist. But my wrist is still not great. I think it's from a lot of computer usage, and like holding my phone and stuff like that. My wrist, like sometimes I get like a pain in like this finger, or like my fingers kind of go numb, and I think that's like not good. So recently I've been trying to just not use my wrist as much, not use the mouse as much, and just be really careful with my wrist because like hand issues are no joke. There's lots of grip training techniques. I don't think it's my grip. I think it's my wrist itself. Carbs are so good. Carbs are the best. I love bread so much. You worked on a six-pack last night to tonight as well. I saw that on your Instagram, Chikano. Apparently it's International Beer Day, or it was International Beer Day. The rice bucket challenge. Yeah, I was thinking that too. When you snap pencils and bend things with the thumb, it's fun. What? Why are you out here snapping pencils? Your hands in general are the weak part of your workout. Yeah, I hate when like you're trying to do a workout, but like one part of your body that shouldn't be the weak link is the weak link, You're like trying to work out your arms and you're like it's your wrist that's the problem, Or like you're trying to do squats and then like your knees are the problem. Feels bad. It's always the joints. Most people who don't train grip used to use grip and wraps. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I don't. My wrist, my grip strength probably has gotten worse. I used to play guitar more often, and I would probably say like my left hand grip strength was pretty decent. I would say because like you have to like hold down the strings quite hard. But now it's probably like nothing. I probably have terrible grip strength. Your palms can handle dips or eye sits. Your grip is like the first thing to go doing dead hangs or pull downs. Oh yeah, maybe you need to work on the grip strength then. Time to do the rock climbing training arc. It was yesterday. You had Mexican and Japanese beer, which I usually do anyway. Nice. Your strong hands and I think like we're watching Physical 100 too. Grip strength is huge. A lot of people are really missing on grip strength. Obviously, rock climbers have too much grip strength. It's scary. But a lot of people like neglect the grip strength part of workout, especially doing a lot of like gym stuff. The grip strength is important, especially if you're like hanging or something. When I was a kid, I was such a monkey bar fiend. When I was a kid, I would do monkey bars like non-stop. I had so many calluses on my hands from doing monkey bars. So when I was a kid, my grip strength was probably insane. But nowadays, I'm no longer the monkey bar fiend. There's exercise to train up your wrists and palms by even slacking on them. Yeah, maybe you need to. I understand though, because I feel like it's not like a fun exercise, you know? Like if you're doing like pull-ups or something, at least like, that feels more exciting than like squeezing something with your hand, you know? You grip doing a lot of handyman things, so you have strong hands. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Mishu's pull-up bar arc. Actually, when I was when I met up with Alex, we were walking around a park and there was like a pull-up bar, and I tried to do a pull-up. I can do one pull-up, but it was actually way harder than I thought. I thought for sure like my pull-up would be fine because I've been doing a lot of like back workouts, but my back is weak, but my lats are strong. You know what I mean? So it's actually really hard. But I can do one pull-up. But it was not easy. Speaking of monkey bars, the gymnastics, are we not talking about the Olympic marksman? Like shooting Olympic? They all had main character energy, so sick. That's great. That's great. I bet they're very cool. Pull-ups elude me still. I think it's more of that's more of like how like your body composition is too, right? Because like people who are very lean will have a lot easier time with pull-ups, and if you're like, I'm sure like, someone who's like very very bulky will have a lot more trouble with pull-ups. And depends like which arm muscles you're working out too. Forearms are short muscle though. You can train them 5 times a week. Wait till you do muscle ups. No, I've just been doing my arm workout at home. Okay, I've been doing tricep workouts, and then I do like bicep workouts, and then I do like shoulder workouts. That's what's included in this workout. It's very short. It's like 10 minutes, but I do it every day. It's more of a short but steady regimen. But I'm never gonna have arms like The Rock, so that's not what I'm aiming for. You did one pull-up with more than me? Let's go. I could beat protagonist in a fight. Probably. You're aiming for a strict pull-up, hands below chin, elbows down to lats. Yeah, I did a strict pull-up. I wasn't doing the cheating pull-up. Did I used to be a competitive pistol shooter? That's sick. So the shooting Olympics, but all the marksmen look so dope. Were they dressed in a cool? Did they have a cool uniform? Is that what it is? You're bulky, but you manage. I mean, I'm sure you have the strength to even it out. 5-pound lateral raises forever. Oh no, just infinite. Doesn't help that I have a rotator cuff issues in both shoulders. Yeah, I mean, don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. I would take care of the joints first. 10 minutes, 30 minutes of exercise recommended by health organizations. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I mean, do what you can, honestly. Like, if you only have time once a week and you want to do everything at once, go for it. If you have a little bit of time every day, go for it. Whatever, as long as you're doing it consistently, I think it's the key. Unless you're trying to be like a professional bodybuilder, then you probably have to do a bit more efficiently. But you did a push-up yesterday. Let's go, Bear. I don't know how many push-ups I can do. I think I could probably do like 5. But my push-ups are really bad because I think push-ups use a lot of like your pec muscles. I have 0 pecs. Because I don't do any workouts like that. Like at Pilates, every week is ab week apparently. Every session is ab session. Terrible. Yeah, Pilates is a lot of core. We do a lot of lats because I have rounded shoulders. Apparently my shoulders are like forward like this. They should be like this, and back workout for sure, glutes for sure. And then sometimes she makes me work out my legs and arms, and then it's a disaster. I'm not good at legs and arms. My limbs are weak. My core is strong, but my limbs are like spaghetti. 50% of your workout time is just you warming up your bust and shoulders. For me, it's my hip. My left hip, not good. I think it's from working. I usually work like my PC is here, and my laptop is on this side. So maybe I'm like leaning too far on this side. But both hips are kind of bad. So I think it's from sitting too much. I have really terrible hip joints. I'm trying to improve. It was getting better for a while. It suddenly got worse again because I was like sitting down all week. So So I think I need to just walk around more and get up from my chair more. You could do 10 for sure, but I don't usually do more than that. I mean, fair enough, fair enough. I definitely cannot do 10. I think 5 would be a lot. Thinking the type of push-up is triceps as well, but you can do push-ups plus, which is also rear delt. Yeah, I'm always like, there's different ways you can like orient your elbows and your arms, right? I probably have really terrible form too. I don't do push-ups often. Sometimes I just try once in a while to see what I can do. But yeah, I'm not a push-up person, so I'm probably doing it wrong, which probably doesn't help. You train hip extensions as well. You have a twinge on your right hip since I tend to lean that way. Yeah, I think I'm the same. I think I lean on my left. I tend to lean on my left. I tend to cross my legs a certain way. So I think it's just like, yeah, my left hip is quite bad. Definitely, like stretching it out and stuff like is important. You don't train hips. I don't know if I train hips. What do you mean by that? Like usually, I do a lot of glutes workouts. I started doing squats because firstly I learned how to do them without killing my knees, and secondly my legs are so weak that I think I need squats. Because like every time it's like, what workout should I do to strengthen your leg? What workout should you do to strengthen your glutes? It's always squats. Like everything comes back to squats. And I didn't want to do squats for so long, but now I'm okay. If your elbows go behind your back, it's rear delts. Oh, okay. You gotta train hips, men especially don't train hips and hip flexibility. Oh yeah. I actually have very flexible hips. I think I always have, which I don't know if it's I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. But yeah, I think a lot of guys like have like no hip. They don't have any hip like range of motion, right? I think it's very also guys don't have hips. But but not in that way. But yeah, it's definitely they don't know how to move their hips the same way that women do. I mean, fair. They don't. When I was trying to a while ago, I was trying to teach. You guys might not know this if you haven't been watching the stream for a long time. I did a stream where me and Estat did a Discord stream where I was teaching him to dance to Lisa's Money. Okay. He could not move his hips. Like when girls like do like a catwalk walk and they sway their hips, could not do that. Like I think a lot of men just cannot move their hips in that way. I think dancers can, but a lot of men cannot. Oh, he just like could not comprehend moving it like that. But yeah, it's definitely something you have to. It's definitely something you have to learn. You know. I think a lot of guys don't even like. It's not even on their radar. We just doesn't have rhythm. Well, maybe that too. I wonder if he could. Probably can't. Everyone just try and walk like Megara from Hercules, or like Jessica Rabbit. Give it a try. Yeah, I think a lot of men have very inflexible hips. I guess it's just how it is, you know. I think a lot of like for women, like there's a lot of like I think women sometimes, like a lot of women sometimes stand with their hip to the side, or like they do like certain like postures and stuff like that a lot of men don't. So I think it's just like, but I'm sure maybe it's just different biology too, like different like maybe their joints are different. I don't know. I'm not an expert, but it's just something like I've noticed. But it's definitely different body composition because most men don't have hips that go out, right? A lot of women will have like more of like a hourglass, like their waist is smaller than their hips, right? But a lot of men it's just straight down. Hip flexors are another thing messing with your attempt at what's an eye sit? An eye sit? That just seems like you're sitting straight up. You don't think your hips are that defined? Yeah, I think that might also be a part of it too. Because like I think men have less defined hips, so even if you're doing the same motion that I am, it probably look different. You never tried to sashay? Maybe I need to test it out now. It's time, Yakamoto. Go to the gym, look in the mirror. Okay, no, do it at home. But yeah, you gotta try it out. You never know till you try. You spend so much time looking up stuff I could be missing or improve on my body. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Sounds like you've done a lot of research for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know too much. I just know like I do like private. I do like one-on-one Pilates training, so I learn a lot of stuff like from my instructor, right? And it's very like personalized, so which is good, I guess. I mean, it is good. um, basically sit on the ground with your legs out, and then push yourself up on the palms of your hands. Or like lift your entire body up so you're just only on your hands. I don't think I could do that yet. Now I know what you mean by that would hurt the hell out of my wrist. I do not like putting my whole weight on my wrists. Good core workout, but if you have weak hip flexors, you can't keep your legs level. Yeah, I think I have weak hip flexors. Because I think for example, like I have a pretty strong core these days, but I don't think I can really do sit-ups. Because I don't train hip flexors at all. Like in Pilates, we do something similar to a sit-up, but you like in Pilates we call it like what do we call it? Like roll back. We call it roll back, and it's when you like when you tuck your tailbone down and then like curve your back all the way down. So it's not a sit-up. So it's very different. It's pretty much all core. You don't use I don't think you use your hip flexors at all. You're using like your glutes and you're using your core. So it's very different. When I do race bars at the gym, your legs pretty much dangle 45 degrees down instead of 90 degrees. Oh, I have the same problem. My instructor I'm always lowering my legs and she's like, stop cheating, stop cheating. And then like she'll like lift my leg up to like she'll like lift my leg up to like be like it needs to be here, but I immediately as soon as she does that I put all my weight on her hand. I'm like I feel like I'm like literally like she's like if we're like holding like a weight and then I'm like I have to hold it up like 90 degrees and my arms are going down and she's like lifting my arm up. I just let go. I'm just tired. I'm like I need a break for a minute. It's funny. Because your palms are the first thing to give up. Interesting. So many people don't train balance. How do you train balance, like, normally? Do you just walk on, like, a beam? I think I have pretty good balance. When I was a kid, I did a lot of classes randomly, and I did, like, circus classes at some point, which is, like, trampoline, silks, tightrope. I was really good at the tightrope, so I don't know if I still have that balance. I'm considering myself a quite clumsy person, but I don't think it's my balance. I have a quite good balance, I think, but I'm just clumsy because I'm just unaware of my surroundings. I would like walk into a wall, but I don't think my balance is bad. But maybe it's changed as I'm older. You're this close to getting some kettlebells so you can do balance exercise at home. Go for it. Do you guys remember? I don't know if you guys remember. Like I don't know if this was a thing everywhere. Remember those like necklaces? Remember those necklaces that they sold? That was like a rope. And then the armband that was like a wristband and it had like a little circly thing on it and it said like they would improve your balance. And then they would like push you. They would do like a demonstration and they would push you and then you would be like, whoa, my balance is better. Because it's like a weird wristband. You guys remember that? Those are crazy. It's obviously fake. Last time I tried, I was standing on one leg holding a weight on an elastic band so the bounce of the weight forced me to constantly adjust the balance. Oh, that's an interesting way. Yeah, that would work. Your uncle had one of those. I think my cousin had it, which is really funny now because I think if he like had it now, like he would be like that's stupid. Like he would make fun of it for sure for now, like now. But when he was like 12. He had one. But yeah, I think my balance is okay, but I haven't tested it in a long time. But I guess like, I've been doing a lot of core workouts these days. I think that probably helps with balance. So it's not too bad. Okay. Quick BRB, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Enjoy I know Yokomoto is here. Enjoy Malomar in the meantime. Okay, give me a couple minutes. Okay, I'm back. Saving you guys from the Malomar or interrupting your Malomar session, depending on who you are. I don't know how much it actually helped, but at least I understand the idea behind the shake weight. I mean, I'm sure the shake weight does something, but like, it just looks stupid. It just looks really stupid, but you know, I'm sure it does something because like it is a weight, yes. And you know, you're moving it around, and I'm sure it uses your core a bit, and your arms, but it just looks kind of silly. Yeah, wait, Miju, we were jamming. I'm sorry to interrupt. No, when I first discovered Malomar, okay, it's back when Istat was doing trivia. He had like trivia going on his channel, Breath of the Wild trivia. And then he had like a trivia like background soundtrack. And he had Malomar on it, and the moment I heard it, I was like, what is this? I need to know what this is. This is the best song I've ever heard in my life. And he introduced me to Malomar. And since then, it's been a core part of my identity. Miju definitely seems the type to ruin a jam sesh. It depends what you're jamming to, you know? It really depends. I would start talking and then ruin the jam sesh, I guess. That's definitely possible. I do like talking. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I realized just today that these shorts are like completely falling apart. I was like, I put these on today, and I was like, oh my god, they're not in good shape. So I think these are going in the donation bin as well, or maybe the garbage. They're still wearable, but you know, I recently did a huge overhaul. Or sorry, I got rid of like a bunch of clothes. I have a large size Uniqlo bag, and it's full of clothes that I'm gonna give away. Because I recently bought new clothes. I haven't bought new clothes in a long time, so I recently bought new clothes. So every time I buy new clothes, I get rid of old clothes because, you know, there's only so much space in the closet. Frugal shorts, they definitely are. But yeah, I'm recently replacing a bunch of my like lounge wear, you know? After wearing the same, I also probably need new leggings. After wearing the same Lululemon leggings for like 2 years straight, they probably need replacing, but I'm just gonna wait till they're like really bad. You want to throw everything out by fall and start anew? Didn't you just buy new weeb shirts and frugal shoes? But yeah, I kind of reached the point in my closet where I was like, I'm not really like, I'm like kind of tired of everything I own, and like I feel like nothing is really like exciting to me in my closet. You know, like not to say like consumerism, but kind of. But I think it's like I feel like my tastes have changed recently, and I wanted to like overhaul some things. Um, but I just didn't have any like inspiration. I just didn't know which direction I wanted to take my wardrobe. Um, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Definitely getting rid of stuff that I don't wear. Try getting 10 kilograms of muscle destroys your wardrobe, and also buying clothes is hard. Yeah, that's the annoying thing about like if you're working. Like for me, that's not a huge problem. I'm not like my body isn't changing significantly. Maybe like sometimes like jeans don't fit. If they're like quite form fitting, I guess if you like you know um but no, it's not too bad. But yeah, if you have any big changes in your weight or your body, then um definitely. But I don't know. By fall, you're gonna need new hoodies and jackets and trousers. Nice, nice. Hit up Uniqlo. It's time. I'm such a Uniqlo proponent, but I actually don't have that many Uniqlo clothes. Um, like I think it's really good for basics for me, but a lot of the style doesn't really suit me. I think like a lot of the clothes are really baggy. I'm not a huge fan of baggy clothes, except for like oversized like shirts and stuff like that, or not. Yeah, like shirts or like jackets and stuff like that. Definitely. But I'm not a huge. I don't wear like Uniqlo like clothes like shirts and um like pants and stuff. Um, trying to look at Chris Hemsworth for fashion ideas. I don't know too much what he wears, but I'm sure he's dressed well. Like as a goal. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I don't know how he dresses. Normally, I just know how he dresses as like Thor. Um, wait, Chris Hemsworth is this the Thor one, right? Yeah. You hate baggy pants. Are they trying to make them cool again? They look real tacky. No, recently I've been enjoying baggy jeans, but like the ones like really popular these days, like in like K-pop, where it's like women's jeans. They're really baggy, but they're like straight down. They're just very wide leg, but they're straight down. I really like that now. I don't think we should go back to skinny jeans. I'm sorry. I'm off the. I'm actually anti skinny jeans. Um, I think they look stupid now. Maybe for men, but I can't speak for men's fashion. But for at least for women's fashion, skinny jeans looks very outdated now. Everyone's going for I'm very I prefer baggy jeans now. I'm hopping on the bandwagon. The Thor one, yeah, fair enough. Um, not a fan of pants going over. Oh yeah, okay. Recently though, the baggy jeans thing has gone really far, and the jeans are dragging on the ground, and I'm like, I'm sorry, isn't that like really annoying? Like your jeans are dirty all the time, right? Like I see people with sweatpants with jeans just dragging on the ground, walking through downtown, walking through grass, like, and they're like stepping on them. And I'm like, wouldn't it be annoying if you're constantly stepping on the end of your trousers? And like, I don't really get that. I don't really get that. Cause like I got my mom to tailor the jeans that I bought, but I got them to tailor them so they're like almost touching the ground, but not quite. Right? I just got her to fix them. But right now it's like no, I think it's on purpose though, Larry. Like I think it's like they're purposely having them drag on the ground because it seems like that's the style. I can't get behind that. I'm sorry. I just don't want my jeans to be dirty. I'm gonna come home and then they're gonna track dirt all over my floor. Like I don't want that. I don't know what looks good on you other than you don't know what looks good on you other than a suit. I don't know. I don't know. I've never seen you, so I cannot speak. Maybe just wear what you're comfortable in. Or if you want to experiment a bit, maybe look at what other people are wearing and see if something catches your eye. You just need leggings and shorts with your gym and track pants. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. No, I've been into the baggy jeans. So much more comfortable. Skinny jeans. I have one pair of skinny jeans left. I'm just keeping them just in case I need them for some reason. But now I think like no one really wears them anymore, except like old people. Um, but yeah. I've been seeing a lot though, like everyone's just wearing bike shorts. Like everyone's just wearing bike shorts. I've seen just everyone wearing bike shorts. I'm like, you know what? I approve of this trend. It seems comfy. Bike shorts are very comfy. I've slept in bike shorts. My pajamas have been bike shorts for years. They're just very comfy. Um, so I do approve of this trend. Um, people should just like I think here it's quite common for people to just wear like exercise clothes. Like it look like a lot of times like half the people out here look like they're just gonna go to the gym, but they're not going to the gym. That's just how they live. Um, so I'm not opposed to this trend, but you know I need to find the right ones because like in like I don't it's a I want to be comfortable out in public. I don't want to feel like I'm like just wearing what I would to wear to sleep. Even though I wear leggings out, so it shouldn't be that different. But I feel like shorts are different. They kind of ride up. It just feels weird. Like, but I think I need a good pair of bike shorts if I want to wear them out, which I think is Lululemon. But then I feel like I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'm too much of a hipster, but I don't like wearing what everyone else is wearing. Like some things are nice. Like some things I'm like, oh, that's a good trend. I like it. But I don't know. You have some issues with it as a gym guy, as a gym bro. Why? I feel like I mean, at least here it's always been it. Like here it's like huge. Like Lululemon is huge here because it's a local company, and a lot of people like most women are just wearing like leggings all the time, or like it just looks like you're gonna like everyone's just wearing like sportswear, which I think is fine. It's comfy. It's comfy. Um, your slim fit trousers guy? Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Um, I do have work trousers, but I haven't worn them in years because I have not been to an office in years. Um, but yeah, yeah, I think I'm into baggy jeans these days. But how they've gotten baggier. If you don't work out, don't wear gym clothing. Does it matter? They're comfy. They're just wearing whatever clothes. I don't think it really matters. It's not like there's any like supply issue of gym clothing. Um, I like Adidas, but don't care for sports. Yeah, I like Adidas shoes. I think I have a problem with Nike shoes. They don't fit right. I think they're like too. I don't think I have wide feet, but like I think they just like fit weirdly. There was like hurt my toes. Um, so most of my like day to day shoes. I like Adidas if I have like sneakers. Um, Nike is overrated, don't I? No, okay, no, no, no. Nike has like really, really cute clothes though. Like for in terms of the workout clothes, Nike is really good, but it's so expensive. I do kind of agree that it's a bit overpriced. I think, but I can't really say anything because I buy Lululemon. But Nike's really expensive, but they have really nice workout clothes. But Nike doesn't really fit like my workout clothes because like I usually just do Pilates, so it's more like yoga clothing. Um, you have to wear like tight clothes to do Pilates, so the instructor can check your posture. Um, but like or like your form, I guess. But like a lot of like really nice stuff at Nike I can't really wear anyway, so I just don't bother. But it does every time I go to Nike store, I'm like, it looks really nice, but everything is so expensive. Um, so I'll just stick being a Lululemon shill. I think everything like all clothes, the quality has kind of gone downhill. Like I feel like I think it's like I mean just like materials and stuff get more expensive, but I feel like quality has really really gone downhill. So even like I've been thinking like recently that I want to buy like a bit more high quality clothes, a bit more expensive clothes. But even now, like the more expensive brands here, the quality isn't that good anyway. So I'm like, well, I don't want to pay so much for something that's not good quality anyway. Um, so I've been on the fence, you know, and I still like I don't know. I still am like, oh, like, do I really want to buy like one shirt and the shirt is like $80? You know, like I'm like, that's like I can't. I just can't bring myself to buy that. You know. Um, you paid $1,100 for a pair of Jordans before, never again. Yeah, it does not sound worth. I don't think any shoe would be worth $1,100 to me. Um, especially when you're just paying for the brand. I just cannot justify it. I really cannot justify it. Never paid less than 300 for a pair of shoes. Yeah, it's Australian dollar, right? That sounds reasonable. I think like a good pair of shoes here would be like 200, 250 Canadian for like a really good pair. You can get nice shoes for like 100. But I think Australian dollar is a bit higher, no? Sure, New Balance is forever. New Balance isn't bad. New Balance is quite popular these days. It used to be like a dad shoe, but I think these days New Balance is quite popular. My feet are wide and New Balance are the only ones I found with proper wide shoe. No, yeah, definitely. They have really wide ones. You reached the New Balance stage? No, I think it's quite. Wait, there's a K-pop idol who's a New Balance ambassador. Who is it? Is it New Jeans? Someone is New Balance. It's actually cool now. Okay, trust. Not that I'm um I don't know. Not that I'm like in with the in with whatever's like popular right now, but I think it is. CAD and Australian dollar about the same. Oh, okay. I mean, 300 is not bad for shoes. I think I make an exception for shoes. Definitely get high quality shoes. I'm not buying like H&M shoes, cause like you want them to be comfortable. Like having like a cheap shirt doesn't really like it's fine, right? Unless it's like see through or something, like it's fine. But like wearing really cheap, uncomfortable shoes is not it. Um, New Balance is still kind of a dad brand. I don't think so. I think they can be cool now. At that point, you're buying trousers from Costco. Yeah, I guess so. I saw they were selling like Adidas or New Balances at Costco. They're selling shoes at Costco. Um, the New Balance make vegan shoes. I don't know. Maybe they're all like if you get a really cheap shoe, it's probably has no leather on it, no? Um, yeah, I don't know which brand is um I don't know which brand is like I don't know which K-pop person does New Balance, but it's definitely one of them. Um, H&M, if you want a shirt you don't mind getting paint on, no, you can go cheaper. You can go cheaper. But yeah, H&M, actually no, H&M. If you want like a plain shirt, you can definitely get like a $10 shirt or like $5 shirt from H&M. But it will fall apart. You love Tommy Hilfiger? They're so comfy. Yeah. I mean, I don't shop there, but I can see that. Um, Rick has a lot of vegan options. Yeah, Draconia is too frugal for that. Rightfully so. Your current shoes are Hoka's because they have vegan wide shoes that are relevant. That's like the walking shoe brand too, right? They're quite popular here. I went to a shoe store recently and they were everywhere. They're really popular now. Not sure there is cheaper. I mean, you can go to Shein. You go to Shein, you go to Wish.com, you go to Temu. I got an ad recently for a Temu pool. Like a whole pool for Temu. That's crazy. They're going such a Pacific Northwest enthusiast. He is. He's wearing Patagonia and Hoka shoes. Um, yeah, exactly. Temu is like Wish.com, but newer and maybe cheaper. I don't know. Maybe they don't have it in Australia. But yeah, you can probably buy a whole pool for like I don't know how much it costs on Temu. Maybe like $50. I was like, what the hell? Why is there a pool? I know. I think Draconium recently bought from Lululemon too. He's all in. He's all in. But he still insists he doesn't want to live in the Pacific Northwest. He still wants to live in Hawaii. U.S. women's national soccer team beat Japan and Mexico. Won another silver medal in diving. Let's go. Let's go. I mean, I'm not Team USA fan. I should be cheering for Canada. How did Canada do? You don't suffer garments from Lululemon. Exactly. Exactly. Um, but I'm not too Pacific Northwest. I'm just a Lululemon fan. But other than that, I don't think I do anything too. I don't have any Patagonia. I do need a new rain jacket. Because my current rain jacket kind of doesn't protect me from rain. I still get the water gonna goes through now, so and I'm probably not a very it has one job. It has one job. Let's probably get a different one. Um, Canada's an extra time against Germany. Okay, okay. In soccer, you're more Pacific Northwest than me, too. Probably. Um, Patagonia is badly rated ethically. That's too bad. I think a lot of big companies are probably not very ethical though. Um, like everyone jokes about like Nike sweatshops, no? Um, if you want an epic jacket, there's an Aussie type of jacket that will keep you really dry. I'm not too outdoorsy of a person, so I don't think I need something real fancy. Cause like here we have Arc'teryx, which is like a real you can get like $1,000 rain jacket that the water will never go through. But I you know I can't justify the cost because I'm not an outdoor person. I just need a somewhat rain jacket. You want to be a software dev? Seattle's very good for dev, or Redmond. Um, Valve is from here too. Yeah, Chicano really wants you to move. He wants to hang out. I'm sure Chicano will even pick up Pokemon Go for you if you move there. You want great stuff? Get Aussie stuff. Aussie stuff is best for the bush. I mean, I'm not going out in the bush. I work from home. I stay indoors like 99% of the time. I don't think I need something too fancy. Um, but I will keep that in mind. I think we have some pretty good outdoor brands here though, because I live like here in Vancouver, people are very outdoorsy. It's very lots of hiking, lots of skiing, lots of whatever people do out there. So we have a lot of really really good outdoor brands as well. Um, BC, Washington, and Oregon should just start our own country. Why am I joining? I don't want to be a part of this. I'm sorry. No offense. Um, I don't want to. I guess we wouldn't be American anymore. I guess as long as you can keep the Americanness out. But I don't think that's gonna happen. We just need snake bite. Yeah, I don't need like huntsman spider repelling clothing. Or like magpie proof clothing. Um, some software devs travel full time in East Asia. Yeah, my company will not let me do that. They used to let us travel. They used to let us work remotely and travel, but then they were like, "Oh, we shouldn't do that." um, we would be Pacific Northwest our own culture. Have you watched the show Portlandia, Chicano? It would be. We can make it like that. It's just like Portlandia. We do a great snake repelling clothing and snake resistant clothing. I guess it depends on your needs. Um, but yeah, I think I'll stick with my Canada brands. Company. This thing is keeping our employees happy. We should get rid of it. No, I think it was a legal issue. But yeah, kind of. I think it was a legal issue. Shareholders. True. Capitalism. Usually I don't count Oregon as Pacific Northwest. I feel like they're kind of. No? You wear snake resistant clothing during the day and snake repelling at night. No, I think it depends like where you're walking around. If you're in the city, it's okay if you wear snake resistant clothing, but if you're in the suburbs, snake repelling. Oregon has really questionable past because of the trail. Everyone's dying on the Oregon Trail. Um, doesn't everywhere? Doesn't all of America, like especially the South, have like the really questionable past? I mean, BC has a really questionable past. Like Canada has a really terrible past. In pretty much until like the late 90s, we were doing really awful stuff. And then I was born, I fixed it. No kidding. But yeah, it's BC is not exempt from this. Maybe not Nunavut. Yeah, I mean Nunavut's just chilling. Like a snake will be in the middle of the path, and Aussies will be like, "What a chill dude." I mean, I'm not scared of snakes personally. Um, like I would only be scared if I knew it was venomous, you know. But like normal, if it's like a normal snake, I think snakes can be cute. Um, but it just depends. But if I was in Australia, I would just assume every snake is poisonous, you know? I'd be like, this one's gonna kill me. This one's gonna kill me. This one's, you know? Like, I don't want to die from a snake. If you saw a 6 foot cobra, you'd be sure. Okay, if it was that big, maybe. If it moved, it's a threat. Okay. But if you just saw like a little snake out in the wild, you know, if and you knew there wasn't venomous snakes around, then I guess it's fine. You would naturally assume it's venomous. Really? Um, but yeah, it's I mean, I'm not scared of snakes. And you know what I am scared of? Speaking of Australia, crocodiles. Those crocodiles are scary as hell. They look like they don't belong. They look like they came from Jurassic time and they just forgot to evolve to like a normal thing, you know? Um, and some of them are huge. Like some of them are so big. Terrifying. Terrifying. Like sharks are scary, yeah. But if I was swimming and I saw a crocodile, then terrifying. Crocs are cute little buggers. They are not little. They're like 10 feet long. They did evolve during Jurassic times, but I think they forgot to continue evolving past the dinosaur part, you know? Like they look like dinosaurs. They're like they're I think they're scary. 20 feet, yeah, 20 feet long. They're not little. They're huge. That's why they're cool. They're cool from a distance. I don't want to be anywhere near that. Um, they are dinosaurs, kind of, yeah. Yeah, they're basically dinosaurs. I think those are scary, but I'm also not a shark enjoyer. I've been scared of sharks since I watched Soul Surfer. I watched Soul Surfer in the theater. Did not have a good time. Um, Komodo dragons rule too. I've been playing Dinkum. You guys know Dinkum? It's like Stardew Valley, but it's like Stardew Valley combined with Animal Crossing, but Australian themed. It's Australia themed, okay? Um, and there's lots of Australian animals wandering around. Um, I've been catching a lot of funnel spiders. I guess that's a thing, but you can sell them at the shop for 1,000. It's like tarantula hunting in Animal Crossing. So the spiders are quite good actually. But there's like these lizards that have like faces that go like that. Is that the Komodo dragon? It's like a big lizard. It's like this big, and it has like a face that goes like, you know. Um, Funnel webs are only 100. No, only 100 dinks. I get 1,000 dinks for each funnel web spider. You need to sell them to John. You know John. Frill next lizard. Yeah. Okay, that's probably what it is. There's those ones. There's obviously crocodiles, but they're quite small. There's sharks. There's kangaroos. There's those like dogs. I don't know what they are. Some sort of dog. And then there's like we recently came across like a new type of species. It looks like a pig kind of boar kind of thing. Don't know what that is. Did not engage. Don't engage with that part. We just thought it was a weeb. Yeah, we just thought it was a weeb thing. 100 Australian if you catch them IRL for anti-venom. Only number 2 for venom, but they bit the most and they don't stop till one of you is gone. Oh no. 100, only 100. What a scam. What a scam. I've been getting 1,000 for each of these. Um, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I played Dinkum in the past. My coworker actually recommended it to me because I told him I stayed up late playing Stardew Valley, and he was like, "You should play Dinkum." I've been playing that, and I was like, "Okay." But I never really got into it because you need to buy licenses for everything. So like you have to like if you want to shovel and dig up stuff with a shovel, you need a license. I don't know if it's like I don't know if this is indicative representative of Australia. If you need a license to do anything, yeah, you need a license to have an axe. You need a license to have a pickaxe. You need a license. You need a license for everything. And you need to like, you need to basically farm the equivalent of Nook miles, um, to get these licenses. But then I was having a lot of trouble in the past, like a year or two ago, to get all this licenses. So I was like, I kept getting stuck because I was like, I need to just farm like my daily tasks just to get these licenses. So then I gave up. But then I've been playing it again recently. I don't know if the game has been updated because it's still in early access. So I'm assuming it got updated. Maybe it got easier to get licenses because like now it seems like it's going a lot smoother. That's pretty Aussie to need a license for everything. Okay. Maybe it's just very it's just very Australian. Your nanny state, I see. You see, now they hunt boar in Hawaii. It's awesome. I didn't kill the boar in Dinkum yet. It was on like a different part of the island. Um, it was on a different part of the island, so it's on a section I didn't really go to that much. I've been busy. I got the landscaping license, and you know me, guys. I'm on a decorating spree, okay? And I become the weird guy on the beach with the metal detector because there's like a one of the main mechanics in the game is that you like collect like spare electronic parts. So it seems like Australians don't have technology, so so they have to just dig up any technology that washes up onto the beaches, you know? So I've been doing that. I've been combing every beach on in Australia with a metal detector to, hopefully progress and get some electricity. You have technology? I don't think so. I don't understand how you're watching the Twitch stream. It seems like you guys don't have like electricity. Uh, no, that's funny. But like, yeah. So there's like radio towers on the island. There's like radio towers on the island. You have to like dig up a bunch of like like random technology on the beach to repair them. So I've been on that grind. Okay. Um. You see an actual guy with metal detector on the beach near me. They're interesting types. Yeah, I feel like a weirdo doing it in the game. I've been like combing every beach with the metal detector um to like dig up every spare part I can find because they're using a lot of crafting things. I've just been on a roll. Um, but yeah, but like, I was joke while we're playing that like Australians don't have technology. So I'm sorry, but that's how it's being represented in the game. Please blame what's his name, James Benton, Australian guy. Um, you know, he seems to indicate that there's no you. I mean, you guys have teleportation, but you don't have like electricity. So I don't know what's going on with that. Um, you with the bull terrier? MJ said hi bull terrier. Um, the metal detector guy are really good because they pick up rubbish and get rid of all the needles. I mean that is good. That is good. I am cleaning up the beach, so doing a good job. But you don't know what dinkum means. Yeah, what does it mean? What is the origin of the name? Is it like a silly guy? I could hear like my favorite YouTuber Floydson. He's Australian. I could hear him he calls things a dingus. He says dingus all the time. But I don't know. He never said dinkum except when he was playing dinkum. Um, why do you need electricity when you can teleport? That's true. That's true. They're very advanced in certain ways. Dinkum means work. I mean, that's pretty accurate to the game. It is like a Animal Crossing slash Stardew Valley. So it's like there's a lot of working going on. You're a dingus. Thank you. Thank you. Dingus. He calls everything a dingus. It's funny. I can't remember what else. I haven't watched Floydson in a long time. He started playing games that I wasn't really interested in, so I didn't watch him that much. But I need to get back into it. If you guys want a good like let's player type YouTuber who like commentates everything, Floydson is so good. He's a funny guy, and he's very Australian. And then after a while, I was watching so much Floydson that the inner monologue in my head was Australian. It would say dingbat. I think he says that too. But he's more of a dingus enjoyer. Aussies say I reckon a lot. No, British people say I reckon a lot. You know who says I reckon a lot? Gwen. Gwen's always saying I reckon. And I think that's a very I feel like in North America, people don't say I reckon. Like you sound like oh I reckon like a sorry, I can't do a southern accent. But you sound like a old school cowboy, you know? Like I feel like it's very old fashioned here. Guess what a word? It's a great word. I think it's just a non-North American thing. Me just shills for Lululemon, Floydson, British Columbia, and Uniqlo. That's true. I do shill. I shill for more Vancouver, not British Columbia in general. If you say I reckon in America, yeah, it's very like cowboy-esque, you know? Like, I think it's I think that gives a vibe. I spent 6 months working on a cattle station in the outback. You were a cowboy, damn. Victoria and the shambles. I don't show for Victoria. I'm sorry. I think it's kind of boring there. It's more of a retirement town. Made you get very good on that missing sponsorship money. When will the city of Vancouver sponsor me? But yeah, one of these days. I would 100% take a Lululemon sponsorship if they offered me. But yeah, it's I'll get around to that. I think top things I would be sponsored by, like top things I would chill for. Yeah, Lululemon, Vancouver. Don't know about Uniqlo. What else do I really chill for? Japan. Tourism in Japan. Visiting Japan as a tourist. I really chill for that. But not living in Japan, just visiting. Don't stay there. They don't like immigrants. I always heard Canadians pronounce stuff differently from Americans, but you and Stas scam me? I don't know. I don't chill for coffee. I enjoy coffee, but I'm not chilling for it. I think only Americans say that Canadians sound different. Like I think a lot of Americans can tell, but I think like non-Canadians or Americans cannot tell. Like, cause I think everyone, all like Canadian people I know here, no one thinks we have like an accent that's like distinguishable from an American accent. But maybe a few things give it away. Eastern Canadians talk mad. Yeah. You guys, like a lot of people don't know this, but like people in like really Eastern Canada or like really strong, some people have very strong Canadian accents. They sound almost Irish. Like it's very similar to like an Irish accent. But it's usually not that strong. But it can be. It can be. Like people from Toronto, not even Toronto. I don't know. And chicken or beef, but only black Angus or Wagyu beef. I chill for I chill for I chill I was reading chicken. I chill for beef. Sorry, Zirconian. I'm very sorry. Like when I first had not all Wagyu is created equal, okay? Because the Wagyu just means like Japan. Like a lot of things here say like Wagyu, but it's not even that good. But if you get like a really high quality beef, like my mom's from Kyushu, so there's like Miyazaki-gyu, so good. Like the first time I had like a really high quality beef, it was like life changing. I was like, wow, I've never had beef before today. That's different. Um, Toronto, yeah, Toronto. That's how you say it. You can't say Toronto, okay? That's strange. Um, Ken is from Ontario and she says bagel instead of bagel. I don't know if that's the norm, but I don't know that many people from Ontario. But outside of, I never heard her say bagel, but outside of that, she doesn't really have a distinguishable accent. I think she has a very distinct way of speaking, but I don't think it's an accent. I think it's just how she speaks. Um, because I don't listen to her and be like, oh wow, she sounds so Canadian. Like she sounds normal to me. A hardware store sponsor? Yeah, maybe. You've been pronouncing bag like bag your whole life. I say like bag. I don't know what the other way is. Like bag. Oh, maybe people say like bag. That sounds so hard to say though. Bag. I don't even know. Fun fact: when someone has a distinct way of speaking, it's called an idialect. Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like um I feel like she has a very distinct like inflection to her voice. I like it. But I feel like I can always like pick it out, you know? Um but yeah, so I think some people just have that. Don't you say bag? Like I'm going to the store to buy a bag of milk. Okay, bagged milk is Eastern Canada as well. Everything very Canadian is Eastern. I just assume every Ontarian speaks like Ken. I don't know. I don't know many people from Ontario, so I can't actually speak to this. Does maybe Chicano can say Justin Bieber is from Ontario, right? Does he speak like that? He probably spent a lot of time in America now though. West Canada, not real Canada. I think we're just a less we're less like we're more diluted on West Canada, you know? It's not like we don't have the strong accent, we don't have like the bagged milk, I don't know. But Northern Lion is from Eastern Ontario, doesn't have that strong an accent. Okay, yeah, see. I think people from like Toronto and stuff don't have strong accent. I think it's more like Newfoundland or like more like rural areas will have a strong Canadian accent. But Justin Bieber lives in LA, so we claim him. Yeah, I think he's probably spent a lot of time in America now. West Canada's 51st state of America. No, we won't be having that, okay, Larry. We will I we are not, we don't have the very strong Canadian tendencies, but we are not American. West Canada's where it's at. The East Coast is meh. I don't know. I haven't been to East Coast too much. I've only been to New York and Chicago, which I don't even know is the East Coast. Obviously the East Coast is a bit farther for me, so I haven't been to many places. But I think West Coast is superior as well, just because of the weather. Just the weather is better. In the north of Norway, there's an island where everyone has the Eastern Norwegian dialect. There's a Northern Norwegian one because so many people moved up there for work. That is crazy. Well, I've heard like, especially like we have a lot of like immigrants here, right? Like a lot. I think like only 40% of Vancouver is white, and like the rest of them are like people of color, mostly Asian people. So like I think I've heard like people who grow up in if people who grow up with immigrant parents or like in immigrant communities will not have a strong accent. So like if you're from a place that has a strong accent, say like Texas, but you grow up with immigrant parents, your accent is not going to be as strong. You're not going to have like a strong Texas accent because your parents don't have an accent, right? So you're growing up in a household, you're growing up in a community where people don't have like they might have a different accent, right? Like they might have if they didn't grow up speaking English, they might have like whatever accent that they that they came from. But like I think like that's what I've heard a lot. So like a lot of people who are like children of immigrants have a very like hard to place / like neutral accent, you know? Which I think is true. That's Midwest. Chicago's Midwest, really? Well, I've been to the Midwest apparently. Welcome in, Tomaya. Any plans for the weekend? Not too much, not too much. Just more like just like family stuff, I guess. Spending time with family this weekend. Nothing too crazy. What about you? Um, your family has been in Australia since 1812 and your city since 1830. The first fleet was 1780. That's a long time ago. It's so different when you have a deep roots in a place. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Um, yeah, I don't. Obviously, it's a Vancouver. I don't even think it's that old. I don't know. I don't think Vancouver is even that old. So that's a whole other thing, you know. Um, New York City, your family was the second white family. That's crazy. You want to go watch Deadpool 3, but you're not sure? I've heard a lot of people really enjoyed it. So if you do enjoy, so if you do go, I hope you enjoy it. Um, yeah, obviously cannot speak to that because I don't think Canada is even that old, or Vancouver is even that old. But yeah, so Larry, I think Chicano was genuinely just asking a question. Let's not call it cringe. Um, I think if someone doesn't know and they're genuinely asking, um, I'm sorry. Like maybe it's offensive. I don't know, but and welcome in, Mr. Beck. Vancouver is 1886. Yeah, see, I think Vancouver's not even that old. So it's kind of like when people are like, oh, like whenever I go to like Europe or something, it's like, oh, this building is like 1,000 years old. I'm like, we don't have anything like that, you know? Um, you always forget how new the new world. Yeah, really, it really is new. And then obviously like, you know, I guess like Japan is different, but like, everyone is like, um, everyone's very like, there's so many like immigrants here, right? So it's even newer in that sense. I'm came from New York and Scotland and Hong Kong. Wow, that's all over. They went very far. They went very far. Going from like back in that time, you have to going on the boat from like Scotland to like Australia. That's very far. Um, but yeah, it's a it's very interesting. I feel like my history is pretty lacking. But I guess there's lots of different histories as well. So like I vaguely know some things, but sometimes there's some like Japan has so much history. Like speaking of old places, like there's a lot going on there, you know. Um, yeah, and I think like my mom and I were looking at like we're like looking at places to go in Japan, and there's like Okinawa, and Okinawa was like American till like quite recently. Like and it's still like technically occupied, right? It's like a big military base. So it's very interesting. You have a wooden house in Norway that's built in 11 11? Is that even a year? That's crazy. 1167. And it's still up? Had they been like repairing it? That's crazy. That's so long. That's like you can't even comprehend like or were humans alive back then? Like what were we doing? I think they started fixing at some point. Yeah, I heard there's like you have to like restore exactly how they made it at the time, right? Um, cause like what was I trying to say? Like I was reading this Reddit post about this guy who's like a really like specific contractor, and like there's only a few of them in like the all of the UK. They can only do a specific type of restoration, you know, and like they all like do specific ones like based on the time period and like the style of like it's like oh this construction method has to be used. So there's like people who are very specialists for those things. I feel like you don't hear the history much from like 1100 to 1200. Yeah, I mean that's so long ago. I don't know how like accurate the history even is for that like that back then. No, I think like a lot of times when we hear about history, it's like oh like maybe late 1700s or 1800s onwards. Um, they're pretty strict rules for restoration. Yeah, yeah, they are, I think. Like it's like you have to do like a very specific way of you can't just like fix it up, you know? Like you have to when you're like actually doing the job, then you have to do it in a specific way, as if you were in that time period. What's a famous castle in Japan? Like, which castle? I have no idea, man. Like a temple? Like a shrine? I don't know what the distinction of the word is in English. Um, castle. I don't know many castles in Japan. I've been to a few, but there's probably not the ones. It's probably not a really famous one, because they're like ones near my mom's hometown. So I don't think it's a famous one. I have no idea. My history is not great. All I know about Japanese history is well maybe like more recent stuff, but like I just know Japan did some terrible stuff and everyone they terrorized everyone. Good job, Japan. Humanji. Oh wait, no, I've definitely heard of that. I've definitely heard of that. If I've heard of it, that means it's very famous. Because I'm very clueless about that stuff. You mainly know Western history? I mean, fair enough. There's so much history in the world, like you cannot possibly know it all. Maybe if you're a historian, but even historians probably specialize in certain types of history, right? Um, I'm not a history person. We never really learned that much history in my Canadian social studies class. I would say we learned like bit of World War One, bit of World War Two, but maybe just like the Canadian aspect of it, like the like what Canada did. And then we learned about like more recent history, like terrible things that Canada did. And then yeah, not too much, really not too much. And then we learned about like random stuff like the Alaskan dispute with America, the Battle of 1812 or something. I can't remember what it's called. Or the random like small wars and about like First Nations history. But not too, really not too much. Like we didn't learn about like we definitely did not learn like world history aside from World War One and Two. I read every history book in the school library when you were 7, but mainly Western history. I mean, fair enough, fair enough. I think I was an avid reader as well, but I was not a history person. I was reading a lot of fiction books as a kid. History was your least favorite class. Respect to the history lovers for real. I mean, someone needs to do it, you know. But we didn't even have a history class. We just had social studies. So we also learned like it was included in the class where we like also learned about like the existing current government system and stuff like that, right? So it's not a history class really. It's just a social studies, I guess. Like you just do like a variety of things. We learn about like different types of governments and like stuff like that. But it's not like it's not only history. We really don't learn a lot of world history. I do enjoy listening to it told correctly, but remembering stuff that happened was a pain. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think trying to remember all of that is tough. But these days you could just look it up, if you really need to know. Like, but then like I feel like my sense of like time, like what things happen at certain times. Like if you ask me like to give a guess, like what year like microwaves are invented, I feel like I could be like 100 years off, like I'm like, what year was this thing invented? Like what year was the engine invented? I'd be like, no idea, man. I feel like my sense of like my timeline of like human progression is like non-existent, you know? But I feel like that's not that important to know in the grand scheme of things, you know? It's probably, if it does come up, I could probably just Google it, so not a huge issue. But I would definitely embarrass myself on a quiz show, Electric products 1900 would be good. Okay, maybe I wouldn't be 100 years off on the microwave thing, because but But like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I don't have a good sense of like, oh, like, when was this country created, or like, like, this is stuff like that. I feel like I just I feel like I would just be like way off on these things. Um, but these days Google exists. Google exists, not too bad. And I have the excuse. I did not study arts. I was definitely a STEM kid and still am. So definitely didn't learn history or um any culturally relevant things. Um, the National Library never went to wiki for local history, but read through their sometimes for fun. Oh, interesting, interesting. Yeah, I don't know if we have anything like that. I don't know. I don't even know if we have a national library. I've never heard of this. What was I gonna say? Wait, even then though, like even then, like in terms of like tech stuff, like I did not keep up with the tech news. For some reason, something went wrong with my YouTube recommendations, and for some reason, I keep getting recommended videos about like Intel, huge mistake with their newest chip. Well, what's wrong with Intel now? And I suddenly started getting like tons of videos about Intel, about like on my YouTube homepage. I was like, since when do I watch like tech content on YouTube? Like the closest I get is like watching like um some ordinary gamers, but like I YouTube should know me better than that. Like I don't know why it's recommending that. Um, yeah, people don't teach history in a first-hand human approach, like on an emotional level. Yeah, I think like some things, like we read like books and stuff that are first-hand approaches. Like I feel like everyone reads like Anne Frank's diary, but maybe not always. Maybe it's not always practical because there's a lot of events to cover in a short amount of time. But there's only so much the school system can do. A lot of history and learning school, which is listing up years and days and stuff have happened rather than what I'm interested in, which is like cause and effect type stuff. Yeah, I think that's why it's hard to remember as well. Like Ricky was saying, like if they just say like this happened on this day, this happened on this day, this happened on this day, it's like this is meaningless to me, Like I don't care. Um, but if you like if you make it, if you follow the narrative and like be like, oh, well, this is why this stuff happened, or like this is the effect it had on people, like Larry was saying, like I think that's more that's more engaging. 13th and 14th gen, no bueno. Apparently Intel was really screwing up, but I was like, when have I ever cared about this YouTube? Like I'm not a tech person. Like I work in tech, yes, but I'm not a tech person. Like I do not I'm not like keeping up with the tech news or the latest laptop or whatever. Like I cannot be bothered. Um, but it's Intel in the doghouse. Oh no, Intel. Um, yeah, it's tough. Teaching digital literacy, first-hand accountability, and biases. We need to teach stuff more than ever. Yeah, I think that's really important to teach as well. I don't know. I think we learned it at some point, but like yeah, definitely like being able to parse like biases in like media, especially these days, because like a lot of articles are very misleading, and you want to be able to identify things that are just like identify bias, or like identify like when they're misrepresenting the data. Like a lot of things, like even if it's like, oh, these are the numbers, they can totally misrepresent it. I think we were learning this in my stats class in university. Like you can completely misrepresent data, which is very important these days, because I feel like it's very common. Your processor is old enough to not be 13 to 14 gen. I have no idea, guys. I don't even know what CPU I have. Um, Intel is bad for SFF. What's SFF? Um, super fun, super fun processing. I don't know. Um, If they don't cite sources, it's the red flag number one. Or if it's a self-referential circle of sources. Street Fighter 5. Oh my gosh. That of course, Chicano. San Francisco. Um, what would the F stand for? San Francisco. I'm blanking. I don't even know. But yeah, I feel like yeah, definitely like media literacy is very important. Fortnite, of course. Small form factor. Oh, okay, yeah, you do like small PCs. I forgot. Oh yeah, yesterday I dusted my entire PC. Oh my god, it was so much dust. It was like a huge cloud of dust. And then I was like, I gave up. I was like, you know what? I cannot do this. So then I got my mini hand fan. I got like my fan like this, and then I was like compressing air, and then I was like, psh, I was like trying to blow the dust away from me because it was so dusty. But yeah, I did dust my entire PC. It really needed it. I've only done it like twice since I got it, so this is the second time I've dusted it. So, you know, maybe once every 2 years is the play. You use a vacuum as well. Oh yeah, vacuum would work too. But my vacuum is like a bit too long, so it was a bit annoying. So I just used the fan. Um, yeah, so I need yeah, I wasn't prepared for the cloud of dust that was threatening me, you know. Yeah, so my PC is clean now. But my PC honestly has been really good. I haven't had like any issues with it. Um, it only crashed on me one time. I don't remember why. There was some sort of reason I think that it crashed. But it's like what 3.5 years old now, and it's totally fine. It runs everything perfectly fine. Um, I mean, I don't play anything like too graphically intensive, but it runs everything completely smoothly at the highest settings. So I am I'm still very happy with it. You have many types of vacuums because you're OCD with cleaning. Fair enough. Fair enough. I know someone. I think it's Dijon was telling me about like the desk vacuum. That's kind of good. Because like your desk gets so dusty, and then you're like one day it's like sunny and the sun is shining on your desk, and you just see like all the dust. You're like, hmm. But my normal vacuum is not really the best for small spaces like that. Okay, okay. Take care, Angel. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good Saturday. Or sorry, Scatterday. You just mine a couple weeks ago with the rank. Yeah, mine was actually disgusting. Um, your friends are so loud when you play Baldur's Gate. Wait, weren't you playing Baldur's Gate 3 though? Doobity doo up. Bye, Angel. Um, is it the same setup you have in your FAQ? Yeah, it's the same. I haven't changed anything. I've changed like my mic and my camera and stuff like that. But I think I've updated that because I got my like I started with a really frugal stream setup, but then over the course of like 6 months, I would say like since when I started streaming, within like 6 months to a year, I think I had everything, and now I'm like there's nothing really I want to upgrade on my streaming setup. So it should be up to date. Cause someone, cause someone came in like a while ago, and they're like, wow. I was reading like your FAQ like with the streaming setup, and your webcam is you're using a Logitech webcam. It's so clear, and I was like, oh wait, I didn't update that. Yeah, sorry. They're like, which webcam do you have? And they're like, oh, I might get that webcam myself, and I was like, oh, sorry, I'm sorry. I have a camera. It's a. So yeah, so I think since then I've updated it. You need to crack your laptop and clean out the vents. Oh, I've never done that on a laptop, but I always have MacBooks, so they don't like you to open them. I just use compressed air, but I think them blowing the dust deeper into the vents, possibly. You might Control C, Control V your setup when you get yours, but mine's like 3 years old now, so I don't know. I cannot. You might have to ask Chicano, because I'm not a computer guy, but I don't know if mine is. I mean, mine still works for whatever you want to play these days. So feel free, feel free. But I feel like they might not sell the older stuff now. I have a stick Dyson, you have a workshop wet dry vacuum, you have an AEG portable vacuum, and a corded Dyson vacuum, and a dirty inside vacuum. What? There's so many vacuums. I have one. I have the Dyson hardwood floor one. And it's been pretty good actually. I was like, man, Dyson expensive. It's gonna be worth, but it's cool. I like it. And it's not like you're gonna buy a vacuum that often, unless you're Larry. So it's been pretty good. And I like that it's very light. For all the cams and streaming stuff, or not. If you were to stream, Ricky, what would you stream? Do Aussies not say Hoover? Yeah, I guess not. I guess I say vacuum. It's just British people being weird. Cause Hoover's the brand. Why are you calling it the brand? I guess we call things Band-Aids. Band-Aids or Kleenex. So I guess it's a brand as well. It's the aftermarket vacuum parts dealer. You have a guy. Larry has a vacuum guy. Velcro Q-tip. Oh, that's true. That's true. Velcro Q-tip. That's true. That's true. I guess. Yeah, we may as well. You thought you would stream Zelda, but you stopped playing a while ago. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Maybe just. I don't know. I mean, like maybe that's fine. Cause I was streaming Zelda like years after it came out, and it was still fine. But maybe it's different these days. Cause like I guess like Tears of the Kingdom has come out now, so who knows? I'm sure lots of people still play Breath of the Wild. The generic name for Velcro is hook and loop fastening. Yeah, we'll definitely call it. Now I see why they didn't catch on. But yeah, I think Velcro is a bit easier. But Band-Aid doesn't make a huge sense. What's the name for Q-tip? Is it like cotton stick? That can't be right. What would they even be called? Swabs? Ear swabs? No. No, I think cotton bud is different. I think cotton bud is the circular cotton ball, no? Is that wrong? I don't know what it's called. I just call them Q-tips. I don't think they should be called an ear swab though, because you're not supposed to use them on your ears, and I feel like that would encourage people to stick them in their ears, which is probably not what we want. Yeah, I have no idea. What is Q-tip's government name? Yeah, what is the government name? Called a cotton swab. Maybe swab? Because I feel like if I was at the doctor's, but they have like long Q-tips that they stick in your mouth, you know? I guess it's a bit different. Cotton swab? That sounds right. Well, welcome in, Cypher. You stick those things in your ear all the time? I feel like recently my ear was like really plugged. Like my ear was very full. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But like then I started using like the ear drops, and now I think they're clear. Because before when I put the ear drops in, I could feel it like sinking all the way in, you know? But now when I put it in, it just feels like it goes straight down, you know? So I think I cleared my ears. But I don't really feel like a difference in my hearing, you know? So I don't think, maybe my ears weren't that, maybe I wasn't having trouble hearing. I don't know. Your brother-in-law's lucky he has a good Asian earwax genes. Oh yeah, I was reading recently. You know how we used to, I've frequently talked about, like, you know, so a lot of Asian people have the gene where their body odor doesn't smell, right? And apparently it's linked to, like, you know, some people have dry earwax and some people have wet earwax. Apparently it's the link to that same gene. It doesn't mean like you'll have like zero body odor. It just means like you're less likely to have body odor if you have dry earwax. How else do you get earwax out? You're not supposed to get it out. It's supposed to just self-clean, you know? But if you really want to clear your earwax, you use those eardrops, and then there's like a syringe, and you flush it out. If you really want to. But in most cases, it's like It just is how it is. Um, it's really gross to wait for it to fall out. I mean, I mean, even if you do clean it with Q-tips, I think it still will fall out. Um, so I think it's and you're always like losing body hair and like or just hair, and then like you're losing skin cells. It's not that different. Your body probably has a lot of stuff falling out of it, you know. If you have no earwax, no, it's not that you don't have earwax. I think it's probably bad to not have any earwax at all. But I have really dry earwax. Um, so like it's flaky. Like it's like if you have dry earwax, it's like flaky. It's not like sticky. Some people have like my brother has wet earwax. It's very sticky. Not that I've touched it, but like you know sometimes like people take out the headphone and it's like really gross. Yeah, I feel like it doesn't happen to me. He also has that any tans and no Asian flush, but he has glasses, not perfect. That's pretty good. That's honestly not too far off, you know. I I have dry earwax, so that part's good. I do Asian flush so hard. One sip of alcohol, I am like very red. And I have terrible vision, so 1 out of 3. But honestly, if I had to pick one to have, it would be not being stinky, you know, or like being less stinky, like less prone to being stinky. That's honestly the best one. But second best one, glasses. Not needing glass, like having good vision. But I don't think it's an Asian thing. I think it's like your parents. I think it's your genetics, you know. Um, but yeah, definitely. Good vision is nice to have. Saves you lots of money. Saves you lots of you know, hassle. See the method where they use where they clean out earwax with, like fire, like a candle. Apparently, that's not good. Oh, I was doing some research on earwax removal, and apparently that's not proven to work, and it can probably just injure you. It's more likely to just injure you, and it's not proven to be effective. Um, and it just seems scary, no? You're hoping your niece gets his gene plus RIs? Yeah, yeah. Just give her the best genes possible. You have off the charts vision. Okay, no need to brag. I have really bad vision. I wear contacts and glasses. Um, but I'm gonna get LASIK as soon as I can. Okay, think of it this way though. I feel like if I had one, definitely the earwax thing because like I can get contacts. I can get LASIK, but I cannot fix being stinky. You know? I cannot fix being stinky. So I'd rather just not be stinky. I was doing research on earwax removal because I thought my ears were clogged. That's why I was doing the ear drops. And now I think my ears are very clear. But I don't think my hearing is that much better. I don't think I was having a hearing problem. Um our vision is very much on the charts. I'm definitely I'm not I don't know how I can be on the chart when you know like okay, maybe you guys have a different vision chart, but you know the main English vision chart, there's like a big E at the top. I cannot read the big E. I literally cannot read it. I can the biggest letter on the chart, cannot read it. I know what it is, but I cannot read it. Girls never stink. That is not true. That is not true, Yokomoto. There are many stinky girls out there. Um, but I think on average, maybe girls have better like or more likely to have better hygiene because maybe they're taught that better as kids. Or there's more societal pressure to like maintain a certain level of look and hygiene. But yeah, there's definitely stinky girls out there. I yeah. You know, you ever like been in the elevator with someone real stinky? You know, it can happen. I would say on average, like the only thing I don't think it yeah I don't think there's any correlation with gender, but definitely um certain the non stinky gene is more prevalent in East Asians. We lay down for the surgery when it's done. Sick, LASIK, exactly. I mean, getting perfect vision is pretty sick. you sweat in 33 weather and burn in the sun, so fair is fair. I don't burn too easy. I can tan quite dark. You're literally wearing sunglasses over glasses right now. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Ricky. Due to vertigo, you apparently developed a light sensitivity. Oh no. I'm sorry, Ricky. Is your I hope your vertigo gets better. Vertigo is not fun. I get vertigo quite often. Like when I took a ferry recently, and then I got home and I was like, or not home, but like I was at the hotel, vertigo. But I went to an amusement park when I was in the UK, and I didn't get vertigo after that, so I guess it's fine. But I often get vertigo after like waves. Like when I used to go to the wave pool when I was a kid, like there's a swimming pools that have waves. I would go home and still feel like I'm in the wave pool. But recently I've been having like more vertigo where like I would be brushing my teeth and looking at the sink. I look at the sink and the sink is like like moving. It's crazy. But I don't get like dizzy fall over kind of thing. You've also met Miju, and she's very stinky. You assume Miju is stinky. The Konian will never not do the Miju is stinky allegations. You also got the soap cilantro gene. I have that too. My cilantro does taste like soap, especially like yeah. Whenever I get Vietnamese food, if I forget to ask for no cilantro, I'm like shoot, I'm eating soap again. I can't see anything without glasses, so I'm using sunglasses over the usual ones temporarily. Hopefully you can get like or hopefully your vertigo just goes away. But you can also get like the sunglass glasses, but then you have to keep swapping them out, which is I guess annoying as well. You used to think motion sickness was a myth. I knew it was not a myth because I had a cousin who would throw up every time he's in the car. I was like, I was pretty sure it's not a myth. But I don't get motion sick too much. Recently, I've been getting motion sick in my mom's car. I've gotten used to like being in my car, but my mom has like a SUV. Recently, I've been getting a bit motion sick in there. Last time when I flew to the UK, I was so nauseous. I was having a terrible time on the plane. Like I've never gotten nauseous on the plane, but I think I was already nauseous and I was just having a bad time. But I don't usually get motion sick. Like I'm fine on boats and stuff like that. You just stop getting stoned 24/7. Is that what happens? If you're stoned, does stuff look like it's moving when it's not? Your sister and I did sailing when you're little. Your dad used to wake your sister out of bed to take her on the boat at 4 a.m. And did she get motion sick? She got woken up at 4 a.m. just to throw up on the boat. Used to get really motion sick, but it's not as bad anymore. That's good. Yeah, I don't get it too badly, which is it's only like once in a while. I get some nausea, but it's not too bad. Motion sickness is brutal for sure. Yeah, especially like my cousin would get it in the car. So like getting it in the car would be like the worst, But I used to be when I was a kid, I used to be able to like read in the car, no problem. But now I don't think I can. I don't think I can like look down and like when I'm in the car. And I sometimes get a little bit motion sick when I'm on the bus or like on a train and it's like backwards. A little bit. I think I need to be like looking out the window, and it's not too bad. And welcome in Risto. Hope you're doing well today. So temporarily and temporarily are two different things. Yeah. Temporal is like not that common of a word. I feel like you hear it a lot in like science fiction, no? Reading in the car was the best. Like reading Percy Jackson in the car as a kid was a vibe. I love Percy Jackson as a kid. Did you watch the show? The Disney Plus show? I thought it was not great, but I know a lot of people enjoyed it. Is my did my YouTube stop? Yes, it did. But yeah, I used to read a lot in the car, and I was like totally fine. But these days, I don't think I could read in the car. If I like look at my phone too much when I'm a passenger in the car, it's like depends on the car. I think it depends on the car, depends on the vehicle. But it's not the best. You're like, that is not Annabeth because of how she looks? I mean, I didn't really care about that, but the show itself, they were very faithful. Like that was not a problem. They were very faithful, maybe too much. Like they might have been too faithful to the point where the show itself was not very entertaining. Like it was like the pacing was all weird, and they would just like say stuff that was gonna happen. They'd be like, oh, instead of like going into a new situation and like figuring it out, they would just say it. They'd be like, oh, well, this is happening here. Like for example, if you remember the plot of Percy Jackson, they would go to the Lotus Casino, and it took them a while to figure out that it was like a trap, right? But then in the show, like in the show, they were just like they walked in, they were like, oh, Lotus Casino, just like the myth, it's a trap, and I was like, come on, like it's like they didn't have time to like actually like play it out. They just had to say it at the start. So that was my main criticism. You saw that and you're like, don't want to watch it? I think it's a bit weird. I really don't think it like I don't know. I feel like the race of the actor shouldn't really matter, or like the look of the actor shouldn't really matter. But I don't think she was a very strong actor to begin with, but it had nothing to do with how she looked. I know people are very hung up on Annabeth being blonde, but I don't think it's for me, I don't think it's a huge deal. As long as they portray the character well. I think the character playing the kid playing Percy did a pretty good job. A lot of the other kid actors weren't the best, or it was also the dialogue. The dialogue was really awkward. So she might have been a good actress, but like she was not. Whatever she was given was not it. Some Disney Plus shows are horrible, especially with the Acolyte. Is that the new is that the new Star Wars show? But yeah, it's I haven't watched it, but I haven't watched. I don't think I've watched that many Disney Plus original shows. I think it was just Percy Jackson, and I didn't think it was great. I just think it was just wasn't a well done show. Like I don't think it was a well done show. Like it's just like I don't know. It was just like I mean, it like you can say it's for kids. Like yeah, it's for kids. Don't get me wrong, but like I don't know. But like also like I enjoyed some. Oh, I guess I enjoyed some Disney Plus shows like Marvel shows. I liked WandaVision. I liked Loki, but I know they've had like a weird track record. Some of their shows have not been the best. I guess it's the same with like you know Netflix. Like back in the day, Netflix used to like greenlight everything. No, but like I feel like Netflix just like was greenlighting everything, and like they put out so much garbage. Like there's some really good Netflix shows. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm a big Stranger Things fan. Whatever, but like but like. But like some like if you really dig deep into the Netflix catalog, some of they're putting out like trash, you know? Like I was like, why would you greenlight this? Like what is this? Um, like you just waiting for Andor season 2? I haven't watched any of the Star Wars shows. Sorry. Um, I watched a few Marvel shows, but then I stopped keeping up. But I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I'm a huge Kylo Ren fan. Like I'm a huge Kylo Ren fan, but not a big Star Wars fan in general. Netflix still puts out garbage. Maybe. I don't watch Netflix that much anymore. Recently I've been rewatching. I don't know if you guys. I don't know how popular the show was, but I used to watch Psych. It's like a Sherlock type show, but it's like a comedy. I used to watch that a lot when I was younger, and it's on Netflix now. So I've been like rewatching when I'm working, just having it on the background. There's a lot of Netflix shows which are like, yeah. Like they'll have the same distinct Netflix budget aesthetic. Yeah. Like there's so many like they just put out a lot. Like I think maybe they slowed down now, but they put out a lot. So it's like half like most of it is like nothing, you know? Just get Crunchyroll, made sure just worth every penny. Sure. Netflix is Stranger Things plus a lot of what about Physical 100 they're calling it? That's our show. Or in Squid Game season 1 too. Squid Game season 2 though. Yo, come on, I'll just say it. I am actually very I'm actually like hesitant about Squid Game season 2. Like I'm excited for it because I think season 1 was very good. Like I don't know how I felt about season 1, but like season 1 I think a Squid Game was very solid. But it really seemed like yeah, it seemed like season 1 was a complete story, right? So that's why I was saying like um I think maybe it will be like more like the way I can see it working, because like season 1 seemed like they had a story just for season 1. Aside from like the weird ending, where it seemed like they were um, like opening the door to um, like they weren't like opening the door for like a second season, but like either way, I think they had a really complete story for season 1, and also like can I say this now? Like it's been like years, like almost all the main characters are gone. Like what is like it's like they seem like they were just wrapping everything up. Like yeah, like everyone's gone. So like what can you do? So then I think the only way I can see it working, I said this in the Discord, but the only way I can see it working is like if it's like an anthology. Like I can see an anthology working. Like there's a new Squid Game, right? And all new contestants. Like everyone is new. Maybe like one like random side character can come back, but I think everyone died, so I don't know. But like so like they have like they have a completely new Squid Game, new anthology. These characters, new characters, their own problems, their own like because Squid Game was really good, not for the game but for the character development. Like the characters were very fleshed out. So I think if they did that again with a new cast of characters, and then maybe like one, like maybe Gyun is like doing this his like own thing. It's like an overarching storyline somewhat, but it's more like it's not like the main. If it's not the main like focus, like there it could be an anthology with a little bit of an overarching plot. I think I could see that working, and I feel like I wanna have hope because like they are obviously very talented like at making a TV shows. They did a really good job. So and they're very talented at writing. So I could see it working like that. Like I could see them like pulling through in that sense. But if they were just like let's just full on continue the story of season 1, then I can't see that working because it's like what would you even do? Like is he? I guess he would be like taking down the Squid Games, but um, I don't know. I guess he needs a bit more like. I'd just be very very curious because it seems like they kind of closed the door after season 1, or like they kind of shut them by literally killing everyone. They kind of shut the door to like continue characters' plot lines, and they wrapped up everyone's plot line anyway. Um, I was gonna say favorite didn't win, so physical 100 is rubbish, but I didn't want to spoil season 2 just in case. That's okay. It's okay. I don't know who's my favorite in season 2. Um, I mean, Amadi was cool. I don't even know. I mean, some people made it to the end. I can't remember now. I can't remember now. I feel like the characters in season 1 was way more memorable. And we won't even talk about. I think you heard about. I think I told you right about Andre Jin. Terrible. Let's not talk about him. He just didn't exist in the show now. For a while, your YouTube recommendations were full of that one guy from Physical 100 who runs the acrobatics team, and it was them producing viral stunts. I don't know which guy you're talking about. There's so many guys. There's so many people. There's like 100 people, so I can't remember. Oh no, with your favorite the judo guy. The judo guy. I like that guy a lot. Oh, and also obviously, um, obviously, Kim Doyeon, I think is his name. He's on Running Man a lot. He's on Running Man so much. I love him. But he's like he's a very very different vibe on Physical 100 versus he's like a respected athlete versus punching bag on Running Man. Silly goofball Running Man versus a respected strong athlete on Physical 100. I think it's Donghyun. I think could be wrong. I know a few actors with a new cast from other K dramas, and so I'm excited to watching them in this type of show. On Squid Game. Yeah, that would definitely be. We'll see. We'll see. Some of the actors look familiar to me, but like, I'm not a huge K-drama watcher, so I don't know that many actors. Team Illusion. Oh, I don't remember. I don't. There's so many physical 100 contestants, so I mean by definition, yeah, there's 100. They all kind of blend together. I think they didn't do a good job in season 2 of being like, they didn't do a good job in season 2 of being like, making more like characters and storylines for the people. I think in season 1 there was a lot more memorable characters, I guess. There's a bit of stunt casting with season 2. I have no idea. I know like Kalani was like posting like the cast, and like I totally forgot that they had already announced the cast in the past. But I'm pretty sure Squid Game season 1, the actors were already very famous actors at the time. But like I think they were like they already had very famous actors. Although, you know, my girl, Sebyuk, the girl, she was a model. She's never acted before, but she was good and she was beautiful. But mostly she was good acting, but she was really beautiful. um, there's a Big Bang member or something, but maybe he's done a lot of acting in the past. A lot of like older idols do a lot of acting these days. That doesn't necessarily mean it's stunt casting because a lot of the like I'm pretty sure the main character of season 1 was probably more famous than whatever Big Bang member, you know? At least in Korea. In season 1, they created great storylines except for the guy who won. True. I was like, I did not know who he was. Especially like I think the final 2 contestants. I was like, who are these people? I was rooting for the strong man. I was so rooting for the strong man, but he couldn't do the last the last challenge was like too tiring, I guess. He was literally just your dad. Yeah, your dad was on Physical 100. But yeah, the final contestants, I don't even remember their names. Like, I don't know who they were. I guess that's why, it's not scripted. Like, it's probably not completely scripted, at least, because they would not have put those people at the end. You returned from your shower. Hope your shower was good. There's a strong man. Yeah, the guy who came, he was like in the final. He was in the finals. He won the one. Like, they were holding that boulder, that like really heavy boulder for like an hour and a half. He was the guy doing it. He was chill. Um, he just tanked it. Yeah, I love that guy. In Physical 100, yeah. Wait, are you talking about Squid Game? I think if we're talking about Physical 100 season 1, the people who made it to the end were not were not memorable, you know? But I feel like the main character of Squid Game, I mean, he was definitely a well fleshed out character, but I think they were leaving the door open for his plotline to continue. Because I think his storyline was a bit. I mean, I guess everyone kind of had like no one had a really happy ending, right? Because I was like, just be a good dad, just be a good dad. He did not do that. But it's I guess I think his storyline is not over, because so it's we'll see. Him dying, yeah, the dyeing the hair was really weird. It looked really bad too. No offense. Like, he's a handsome man. Like, if you've seen him like outside of Squid Game, because they tried to make him look like ugly in Squid Game, which honestly they did not that he was ugly, but they did a pretty good. Usually when they try to make people ugly who are normally attractive, they do a really terrible job. But they actually did a pretty good job with him. If you see him outside the show, he looks so different. Like, you would not even recognize him as the same man if you saw him outside the show. So I think they did a really good job. But like, he's not an ugly man, and he looked kind of weird with red hair. it was kind of weird. Like, I understand that like it was like symbolic, but I was like, this is so weird. I don't like it. Have you been watching the Olympics? I've been hearing some controversy about it lately. What's up with 2024? I haven't been watching the Olympics, but chat was telling me last week about the Canadian soccer team. So that's great. But yeah, I haven't been following. But I'm sure there's plenty of scandal to be had. Have there been controversies? What happened to the river? There's a filthy river? What happened? We recently, in Vancouver, we had a sewage spill. We had a sewage spill into like one of the rivers. One of like the main rivers that runs through town. And then they were supposed to have like a dragon boat racing competition. Like the weekend after. And then they went ahead and did it. They were on the fence about like whether they should do the dragon boat competition. And then they're like, you know what, let's just do it. Just wash your clothes. Don't splash anything on yourself and wash your clothes. Triathletes have to swim in Seine, which they have been trying to clean, but there's still mad E. coli in it. Yeah. I mean, I heard a little bit of E. coli. It was okay, but like some of the levels are, if it's a dangerous level, then it's not good. But you still don't want to swim if you know there's there's a little bit of sewage in the river. Like I still don't want to swim in that. You don't want to call any Olympics which didn't have some sort of issues or not. Yeah, it's such a big event, right? I'm sure there's always some sort of controversy or some scandal, no? And welcome in, Raymond. I'm doing good. How are you? I'm sure there's always something. But you guys know I'm not a big sports watcher. But I don't really watch the Olympics. One of the Norwegian triathletes got sick after really? That's really gross. Would it like they probably wouldn't do that, I mean, that's probably not ideal. Esports are fun to watch. I feel like I don't watch any. The only one I vaguely understand what's going on is like League of Legends, but like even then, I'm very like lost. I have to ask like a million questions when I'm watching. But I don't. There's no other sport. There's no other esport where I would be able to follow what's going on. Like I could watch like Valorant and I could be like, yeah, that person got shot, they're dead. But like I don't know what's going on. He's going into the river again for the relay race. Nice, what a trooper. What's more E. coli once you already have it, Esports are a vibe. Definitely. The biggest about the Olympics is how much it costs to the host cities, especially if they have to build facilities just for the Olympics and then they go into disuse right after. Yeah. I think it's kind of I don't know. Seems like a waste of money, no? Am I paying taxes for this? But we had our Olympics a long time ago, so I don't know what happened with that. Like we built like an Olympic village, but now it's like a normal neighborhood. Like we have a neighborhood called Olympic Village, and people just live there. But I heard it's also very expensive to host the World Cup because I know Canada is hosting the World Cup, and it's like a lot of people have to like make new stadiums just for the World Cup, and it's like, what would you do with that after? Or like, I guess they would build like something a temporary stadium. Seems like a waste of money to me, but I'm not a sports guy, so maybe I just don't understand. Norway's potentially just about to win our first medal in half an hour. Okay, in a decathlon, you're really nervous. Go Norway. They can do it. What's a decathlon? I know what a triathlon is. I don't know what a decathlon is. At least cities like Paris don't need to build insane infrastructure in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. I feel like a lot of times it's like, or especially like for Tokyo, they built so much stuff. They were building tons of stuff, and it was like so expensive. And then like COVID happened. COVID happened, and then they were like, oh, we can't have the Olympics yet. Like, so it's like a whole thing. It just seems like a waste of money, especially if you're using like tax dollars for it. It's like, is that really beneficial for your citizens? Like, I don't know. I'm not an economic expert, so I cannot speak to this. Decathlon is like 10 sports. You get points for how well you do in each sport. Okay, that makes sense. Like I was like, is it 10 sports? Because like, decathlon, but I thought maybe that was too high of a number of sports. That's kind of crazy. Like Qatar. Yeah, yeah. It wasn't Qatar. Yeah, World Cup, right? Qatar. But that apparently is a whole other thing. About like I think Jack was telling me like FIFA is just really corrupt apparently. So they have a whole like that's a whole other thing. 22-year-old Norwegian guy leading with like 40 points before the last game, which is like 1,500 meters running. Damn. Okay, that seems pretty likely he'll win then. Good. Go Norway. That's a cool looking top. Thank you. It's from Shein. But it's still holding up. But yeah, welcome in, Jeno. FIFA is laughably corrupt. Yeah, FIFA is really bad. Oh my god. Yeah, wait, actually? Yeah. I mean, soccer can be sometimes a bit boring. It's a competition between FIFA and IOC. What's IOC? For most corrupt? They barely hide it. Yeah, probably not. But is it Olympics? Olympics? International Olympics Council? That sounds right. Committee. Okay, I was close. But yeah, I got this ad recently on YouTube that was like, no one does soccer like Canada. Like Canada is like nothing says soccer just like Canada does, and we're built different. Canada's soccer plays from East Coast to West Coast. Canada is soccer. I was like, in what world? Like, in what world is Canada soccer? Like, no offense to this ad. Like, I know you're just trying to sell something, but like, really? I don't think we're known for soccer. Canada's the best at spying with drones. That's true. And climbing in trees. Is there Just Dance in the Olympics? Wasn't there? Wasn't there supposed to be like Just Dance and like weird archery game in the Olympics? They're having an esports Olympics, right? That's funny. I think they already did it. Miju would slay. They should invite me, and I could be like, I'm an Olympic gold medalist. You know? But we'll see. Canada would win gold if it was a thing. Just Dance at the Olympics. But no. I think France would win. It's a French game, and a lot of the top Just Dance, like there's actually Just Dance competitions, by the way, and I think a lot of the time it's like French people. Or Americans, I guess. Esports at the Olympics is getting close to being a rant trigger to me. That was so weird. It was such a weird like thing to happen, right? Like it was like, oh, esports at the Olympics, but it's not like League of Legends, the biggest esport in the world. It's this random Switch game about archery. Like I was like, what the hell? Like, in what world? And watch a random clip? Let's do it. Where's the button? Let's see.
Boy, nice. Oy. Okay, we're fine. We're fine.
Is it Skyward Sword?
We have never been better. We are super cool, super calm. Wait, I was just here. Oh,
me
shoot.
trying to
I think I'm
get
lost,
through a dungeon.
guys.
Oh, this dungeon was actually
I just went in a
fun.
circle.
I hate
to go
dungeons,
this way,
but this one
right?
was kind of fun, where you have to
Having
like
chicken
move over all
yakisoba with soy sauce. Ooh.
the squares. It was actually quite fun. I don't know what was happening.
That's what Alex was telling me to do before.
Wait, look at my Mario Odyssey skills. Watch this. Look. Look at that. That's insane.
I almost got that coin.
I was trying that for 40 minutes, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
It's very embarrassing, but I was trying that for 40
I
minutes.
did it.
But that was good.
That was epic.
good. Trying to be a curling gold medal. That's the one who sweeps the ice. I would sweep the ice. I don't think I should be the aiming person. I think I should sweep the ice. When was the last time you cosplayed? It was a couple months ago. I cosplayed Farina from Genshin Impact. You kind of joined over this time, the Skyward Sword time. Let's go. But you joined quite early, Ricky. Back in the day, look alike, a J-pop singer. Which one? I'm always trying to find my doppelganger. Some people have said, they're like, you look like this K-pop idol, and then I look them up look nothing like me. But I think that happens a lot. Like whenever someone's like, oh, you look like this person, the person who it is, it's like no, because like I guess you know your own face so well that like it's like very like you know, you just don't know. Used to be cracked at gaming. My Skyward Sword skills were insane. Remember, Chicano? The motion controls. That looks like an old clip. It was a very old clip. That was one of my first streams, probably like within my first month of streaming. Esports are so contrary to the Olympic spirit. They're essentially sports that are property of corporations. That's true. That's true. Like nobody could shut down soccer servers, but if Riot goes under, potentially an Olympic discipline goes down with it. That is very true, actually. But I don't think they're supposed to be in the Olympics. I think it was just like a novelty thing, you know? The Barudania torchlight skin, the one that took me like 30 minutes to do, right? But it's that is iconic. That was so good. Every Breath of the Wild trick that took me like way longer to do than the actual like just doing it normally. Perfect. You don't know? But I look like a J-pop idol because I just look Japanese. Which is true. I don't think I guess no. J-pop idols have a very specific look though. And I don't think I had that. You need the bangs and then you need that like side bangs that go a little bit farther than the normal bangs. You know what I mean? I don't think I've never had I haven't had bangs since I was like 5 years old. You look like Remy from Ratatouille. Thank you. Thank you. You look like the guy. What's his name? Tortellini? What the hell is his name? The guy who's getting controlled by the rat. So, you know, take of that what you will. Gustav. No, Gustav was the chef. Linguini. Okay, Linguini. I was close. Tortellini. No one comes to mind. Yeah, exactly. No one no one really comes to mind for me. A while ago, I Show Speed went on a trip to Norway to get a feel for the country in general, but he goes to different countries. Crowd of fanatic Norwegian fans began surrounding the gift shop. It was chaos, and he broke his ankle. Oh my gosh, I don't understand I Show Speed, honestly. Like he seemed like such an idiot. I'm assuming, and I thought all his fans were like children, but then there was like the clip of Andre Jin from Physical 100, who's a grown man. He's like 30, and he went up to I Show Speed. He was like, "I'm such a big fan. Like, wow, such a big..." Like, he was actually genuinely a big fan of I Show Speed. And he was like, "Man, I respect you so much." I'm like, bro, you respect this guy? And then later it found out, that gave me bad vibes. I was like, why is Andre Jin an I Show Speed fan? That's really weird. Later, he got arrested for domestic abuse. Not to say, like, it's completely related, but I just thought it was, like, weird. Like, I was like, it's kind of weird that he's a fan. It kind of seems immature. But then I was like, yeah, you know, my vibes were right. Not to say that everyone who watches I Show Speed is like an abuser. But I just, you know, he just gave me a weird thing. You look like a K-pop. What does that even mean, Maestro? What does that mean? There's no specific look in K-pop. It just means you're Asian. And welcome in, Lulu. It's been so long. Yes, it has. Hope you've been doing well. Linguini was a bad guy. No, Linguini was the guy. Linguini was the main guy, and then Gustav was the chef that he idolized, right? I've never seen a clip of I Show Speed that makes me go, oh yeah, I want to watch more of this. Yeah, he seems like a very tarot, like, wait, didn't he recently, wait, okay, what's the I Show, so I'm so sorry if it's not I Show Speed, but I think, didn't he say that like 14-year-olds should, like, if you have gone through puberty, you should be able to get married to an adult? Isn't that what he said? Was it I Show Speed? He was talking to Moist Critical, right? Yeah, and he like, oh, that was Sneeko. Oh, that was Sneeko. Okay, sorry. They're all, I'm sorry, I Show Speed. Maybe that, I don't mean to attribute that to you. I thought he's listening. Sneeko, okay. So are they all blend together? I'm like, I just assume that like, only children are watching this, and I'm like, the children
brain rot. Like, what are they gonna grow up like? Like, come on. You appear Asian. That is true. That is true. Cause like I feel like if you're like, oh, like you look like a K-pop idol, you're like dressed like a K-pop idol, or like, I don't know, whatever. But I don't think it's like I don't know. It's very vague. Because there's nothing about them, you know. It's just they're just Asian people. Most of them are Korean, some are Japanese, some are Thai, some are Chinese. Like I don't know. I just been had some pretty gnarly stuff in the past when you're trying to cultivate an incel following. Bad gnarly. Yeah, I could I kind of you know made that connection from the incel part. But yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. I just don't. I'm so like confused by all these like kick streamers that are becoming so like well known. I'm like, how is this happening? Like, is it just kids? Like, do you think it's just kids? Like kids and teenagers just watching them and making them popular? Because like I don't like I just don't understand. Like they seem like really terrible people and they seem like really annoying and immature. Like I'm like maybe it's just kids. I don't know. I just think to myself, this is humor I'm not able to understand, and you never want to, Ricky. Neon can't stand somebody to get beat up once. I don't know who that is. Is that another one of the Kick streamers? Isn't Kick that gambling back platform? Yeah, yeah. Where they like don't enforce any rules or anything like that. Honestly, like, yeah. Yeah, I see. Yeah, it must be just kids, right? But then Andre Jin walks in. But he was a terrible guy, so maybe it doesn't count. I don't know. No industry plans. I mean, I heard that like there's a lot of view botting going on Kick. It's not really like enforced. Like everyone just view bots all the time. But there still have some sort of following. Like it's not all bots, right? Like there's definitely a lot of you know, like there's definitely a lot of that kind of stuff going on. So it's like I'm like, it makes me very have a negative view of the world when these people are like, how are so many people watching like what's his name? What you guys say? Sneeko. When he's like literally just saying stuff like that. Like he's literally just saying like, yeah, a 12-year-old should marry a 30-year-old if they want to. Like I'm like you can just say that. But it's just like I mean you should like I think they're grifters. Like I really think they're grifters. Like no one is that. I mean, okay, some people are that terrible, right? Some people are that terrible. Some people are that stupid. But I think a lot of them are grifters. Like I think they're just saying stuff to get like you know lots of people hearing about it, right? They just say stuff that's very inflammatory, or they say stuff that's very crazy, right? I that's my like hope. That's my hope. Like he doesn't actually believe that. He's just saying whatever he can to get attention. Neon he's a Middle Eastern Kick streamer and got trolled by a weeb at Anime Expo. I mean, if he's anything like the other ones, then I hate to be on the weeb side, but good job to the weeb. If he's a good person, I'm sorry. I don't know. But yeah, I cannot keep up with that stuff, you know? But yeah. My most charitable take is that they're grifters. That's all I can say. Cause Weeb's gonna fight. He pulls out the katana. He's ready to fight. What I missed? We're just talking about some of the Kick streamers, the news. You're joining the Weeb Neon war on the side of Neon to fight the allegations. To fight the allegations. No. You don't want to be a part of that. Do you know Johnny Somali? Oh, was he the guy? Yeah, was he the guy that was like causing chaos in Japan, like just like breaking laws and stuff like that? Did he get kicked out of the country? He deserves to be kicked out of the country. I think I saw him, right? He like went onto like a construction site and was like harassing people. That's great. You shouldn't do that anywhere. It's like you shouldn't do it in Japan. You shouldn't do it anywhere. You spend a lot of time or energy on streamer drama. Yeah, I cannot keep up. I don't know all these. I don't know all these people. But once in a while, I like, you know, watch a Moist Critical. The only way I can stomach it is like through like a Moist Critical video, you know, or like someone else's reaction to it, making fun of it, and bringing like a more entertaining spin to it. But I cannot watch it firsthand. I cannot watch it firsthand. I would rather like pour bleach on my eyes. I know it's off topic, but you used to play Dress to Impress on Roblox. I don't know. I'm not sure. I've never played Roblox. I'm not a Roblox gamer, you know. I'm sure it's great though. A lot of late Zoomers and alpha kids are leaning more towards content creators who just spout hateful vitriol, and it's a strange phenomena. Yeah, I think it's very strange too, cause like, I don't think like on average like kids like that are hateful, like, right? Like kids are not born with like kids are not born like bigoted or like misogynistic or anything like that, right? And I can only hope that they're just immature, they're just being like edgy right now, and they're just gonna grow out of it. Like a lot of kids have that like edgy phase, right? And then they grow out of it. So I'm hoping most of them will. But yeah, it is so strange how they are so popular these days. You know, like I feel like there wasn't really people like that earlier. You know, like obviously there was that like back in the day humor, which is like, you know, it's kind of phased out now. But like it wasn't nearly. It wasn't like this, you know. He got that weeb called out in front of everyone, saying bad about his OnlyFans girlfriend. So you what? Sorry, I'm sure that's not a coherent explanation. We always had horrible influencers. We should have prank YouTubers. Okay, true, true. We did used to have prank YouTubers. I forgot about that. That was oh yeah, and there's always been like those like pickup artists, right? Or like people like that. But I feel like none of them were as huge as like the current kick streamers, right? Like I feel like there was always like really like incelly guys out there with these kind of like courses or whatever. But when you think of like Entertain and stuff like that, and how like famous they are, like it's kind of crazy that they're very, very famous. Younger people are easily influenced in what gets clicking revenue these days. Hate speech for whatever reason. Yeah, it must just be like whatever the algorithm is doing, you know. Like, I'm hoping like as they get older, they're probably. I'm sure. I mean, I'm very hopeful that a lot of them will just realize, being like, oh, that's bad. Like, and they'll just grow out of it, and they won't be like. It's a very like immature kind of like way of like humor, I guess. So if it's even humor, so yeah, I'm hoping they'll just go out of it. But it is very concerning that they are so popular and so widespread. It's crazy that like kids are out there just like watching this, like or like, you know, just being inundated with this for hours. Yeah, it's the parents should just watch what their kids are watching. I don't know. I guess it's better to just watch like Mr. Beast or something, you know? At least he's not spouting incel stuff, you know? like sure, it's probably rotting your attention span, but like it's not that bad. It's probably fine. Giving money to homeless people and taking it back prank, yeah, stuff like that. There was like really awful pranks, you know? But okay, maybe not. Okay, but like he's not like I have been checking out the Mr. Beast stuff, but like that's not even. You can't tell me like watch even if he fakes every single one of his videos. That's not as bad as like watching like Sneeko. Okay. My kids can only watch Peppa Pig until they're 18. Same. Yes, maybe just Peppa Pig and I don't know. But yeah, it's not like morally corrupt in my opinion. Although I guess okay, maybe not Mr. Beast, but it's still better. It's still better. But if he really is, I don't really care if Mr. Beast is faking his videos. Yeah, I don't care if he's faking his videos. That part I don't care. Like it's for entertainment. Whatever. If it's all scripted, if they're all actors, I didn't have a strong like personal like emotional like belief in Mr. Beast, right? But if he really is like using like gambling strategies for kids, then that's a bit of a problem. But hopefully it's it's still better than like it's still better than whatever Sneako's saying, you know? If Mr. Beast offered you a challenge for a lot of money, would you do it? It depends what the challenge was. Probably not. I would lean towards not. I don't really want to be on Mr. Beast's channel. Like it sounds that sounds like not something I would want to do. But if it was a lot of money, and I thought I had a chance, then maybe. Why not? Depends what the challenge is. It depends what the challenge is. If it was like really terrible, it's like I wouldn't. It really depends on how annoying the challenge will be to do versus how annoying the challenge will be to do versus how much money is on the line. Because if it was like one of those ones where it's like touch this car for however long and you have to stay there for like 24 hours for like $10,000. Not for $10,000. $10 million? Sure. What if it's an identify fake Pokemon names video? I should just not even bother signing up. It's a lost cause. Have you seen Moist Critical reacting to the Moist Critical downfall? Yeah, I saw that. Because I was like, what the hell is going on? It's silly. It is silly. People get mad about lots of things. But were they getting mad because like were they getting mad because he wasn't reacting fast enough or something? I'm like, bro, give him time. What if he's busy? What if he's just busy? Tentacle. That's real. That's real. I know that one. Oh no, not Tentacle. Sorry. It's like Tentacool and Tentacruel. And you combine two Pokemon. I know this. No. I know this. You combine two Pokemon. There's Centiquil. That no takes you back. What? But I knew. You combine the Tentacool line with the Centiquil. Is that what it's called? In Welcome in Red Light. It's from his conversation with Nico. He did not know that he's going to be having challenges. Cyndaquil. Sorry. I was halfway there. Okay. It was from his conversation with Nico. He did not know he's going to having a channel stream. Oh yeah, that's a silly reason to like. That's a silly reason to like be really mad at him. Honestly. Like really. He's in a conversation with Nico about that topic, and you're getting mad at Charlie? Really? Yeah, so it's a bit silly. I think it would be too exhausting. I think it would be too exhausting to be that famous, you know? Especially these days. I feel like I would just like watch everything I'm saying. I'd be like, because you guys know I like put my foot in my mouth quite often, you know? Like I say things that can be taken really badly out of context quite often. And like I would be canceled immediately for something I didn't even mean, you know? If I would just misspeak and then like it would be over for me, okay? Nico can go jump in a ditch. Agreed. Tentacle is actually a fan-made Pokemon who gained popularity after the typo. Okay. It sounds really real, but then it is just combined. combined Pokemons. So I guess no. I was halfway there on the combination Pokemon, you know? I just forgot about Cyndaquil, okay? Yeah, so I figured it out, don't worry. These days the traffic has been really, really bad. I need to check the traffic to my mom's house soon. But there's no rush, I guess. I need to buy food. My mom, the produce near my I have a produce store near my house, and it's kind of bad. So I feel like I might just go to the one near my mom's house and actually get some food. But Ninetales was Ninetales for at least a decade. Oh, it doesn't really matter though. It's kind of the same thing. It's just they're just trying to be cool with it, you know. And it does have 9 tails, so I can't spell Pokemon names to save my life, so I won't even bother with that. I think they're all made up names anyway. Just make up a new name. Sometimes I don't even know. Like sometimes I don't know if the name actually ends with Leon or if I just added that in. You know, because sometimes I'll be like, oh, like Vaporeon, you know, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's the name. But that's just because I named it that at the start, and then I never saw the real name, you know. Like I caught the Pokemon, I nicknamed it, and don't know the name anymore, you know, because it's just that's just how it is to me now. But I'm getting better maybe. I don't know if I'll play. I've been saying this for a while, but I don't know if I'll play the next Pokemon game. We'll see. We'll see. After Scarlet Violet, I don't know. I didn't enjoy Scarlet. I didn't hate Scarlet Violet. The way I hated some other ones, but I didn't enjoy it. And it was just sad playing it. I went back into it recently and I was like just looking around at how the game is. It's just sad. It's embarrassing. Honestly, it's really embarrassing for Game Freak. This wasn't as good as Sword and Shield. Yeah, Sword and Shield was peak. Sorry. I know the Pokemon fans are gonna come to me. Come for me. You said you weren't playing playable Zelda? I don't think so. I'm not like super interested in that. Zelda. That's the new one. No, I'm not super interested in that one. I just don't think I'll enjoy it that much. You shouldn't play any games anymore. Yeah, I was playing Elden Ring. I beat the first 3 bosses of the DLC. And I was trying to fight Mesmer, and he kicked my butt, so I was sad. It was not going well. I have to jump to Power World. Are people still playing Power World? Wasn't it like a huge thing when it first? It was so. There's so many games that are like so hype, and then they just completely die. I don't know if like Power World is still like around. Like, is it still popular? Like, what are people doing? Are Pokemon and Digimon the 2 big Mon franchises? What about Monster Hunter? I don't think Digimon can even like be in the same category as Pokemon. No. Like Pokemon is like on a whole on its own planet. Fell off a cliff. Power World fell off a cliff. Yeah, I feel like games that get so hyped so quickly, a lot of them just really die as quickly as they showed up, you know? Like some kind of stick around. They have a lot. Like if the game is genuinely good, then I think it will have longevity. But some games are just a lot of hype. Got this new emoji. Let's go. You know nothing about the Mon genre. I don't know too much. I just know Pokemon. I don't think anything really compares to Pokemon. Like I'm pretty sure if you looked at Digimon as a franchise, then like it's like in terms of market share, it's probably like 1% of Pokemon. No. Monster Hunter has nothing to do with Pokemon or Digimon, but it has Mon in the name. Dragon Quest Monsters. It's time. Okay. I think I should wrap up pretty soon. I yapped for longer than usual today because I don't have Pilates today. So I could just yap forever. actually a few Monster Hunter Pokemon I like. Well, there you go. There you go. It's included. Yeah, thank you, Ricky. Okay, yeah, but I think I will leave it here for today. Reminder, I posted this in the Discord, but reminder that I moved, so I streamed at 9 a.m. today, right? So I moved my Sunday stream to also be at 9 a.m. just so it's just a bit easier. It's kind of nice to stream at 9 a.m. because like I'm done stream. It's only like just past noon, you know, like I have the whole rest of the day to do nothing or do something if I want to. It's just a more convenient time. The decathlon race-a-thon. Okay, go Norway. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you all at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Same time as today, tomorrow. The stream time has changed. Okay. Thanks all for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye, everyone.